Anyway, welcome back to Isfjell. Last week, our band of heroes were attempting to venture to Isfjell on board the Cloud Maiden when they got caught up in an unexpected storm. Deciding that flying through a storm was a terrible idea, they landed on the surface of the lake and soon after encountered a pair of fellow adventurers. A halfling named Harold and a gnome named Nettle, who had been venturing north in a flying balloon, apparently seeking ancient tombs and treasures, although their story seemed to change every time they told it. And after some questioning, some application of dangerous potions, and severe threats, they revealed that they had, in fact, stolen a couple of valuable items from the Gith, who are undergoing some kind of dig up on the edge of the bitter ice. The pair asks the party to accompany them down south to Lettisborg, which they did agree to do. So they sailed one day south over the mountains towards Lettisborg, carrying with them the halfling and the gnome, and they have acquired one mysterious glass wand that shows you strange visions, and 3 glowing crystals similar to those they'd encountered in the Fae. That night, our party made camp by the shores of a river, and someone caught a cold. And the next morning, we pick up with Aldis. Aldis, you find yourself coming awake slowly to the sounds of someone, familiar voice of Krasara shouting something off in the distance. Your skirts are kind of cold and damp, as though you've been walking in a river or water. But otherwise, you feel quite well rested. Around you, you can see the morning mist fading from the shores of the river and the trees beyond, and you can clearly hear as Krasara is approaching the camp.
All right. I am going to stoke up the fire and try to get warm, because cold, wet clothing isn't fun. Do I remember anything of last night?
As you think back, your dream comes back to you. You remember walking through mists, and you remember the sound of music and dancing. The details of your dream have faded for now.
Okay.
Krasara, as you are approaching the camp, following your unexpected encounter at the end of your watch, you can see Aldis just stoking up the fire, and the others still sleeping at this moment until you choose to wake them. Krasara?
She is probably running at this point and trying to yell to wake them up.
All right, so as the yelling intensifies, the rest of you are going to awake. What are you yelling, Krasara?
Wake the hell up!
All right, so the rest of you hearing this wake the hell up, you started to come awake. You hear a murmur from Harold. One more moment. As he dozes on. Krasara, you reach the camp now. You weren't that far away. You reach the camp just as sort of Ira, Adair, and Torvald are staring awake. Aldis is tending to the fire.
I'm gonna run up and jump onto the boat and try to wake everybody up.
Yeah. But they're awake now.
What's with all the racket, Krasara?
We have a problem.
If it's smaller than a dragon, it could wait.
It can't wait. They have Amalia.
What do you mean?
Wait, who's they?
The things that we fought, the ones that we took the ship from, they've got her.
Uh,
How do you know? Who told you?
The Fae told me.
oh, you were talking to the Fae?
Yes, they sent a king after, or the
Ugh.
king sent an army after them.
Well,
Okay. What are we doing then? Are we gonna just toss them off the boat and head back? Or are we going to deliver them to where they want to go?
No, we need to go and get her. They have her.
All right, so we're taking these two with us.
They just have to come with us.
Okay.
We're
Sorry.
going for a ride.
All right, I start putting out the fire that I had just brought back up.
Krasara, did they say where they have her? Do we have any clue where we're going?
No, they didn't. The only thing I can think of is they're still in Sorlinsby.
Point of recollection: Amalia was never in Thorlandsby.
I was
Yes.
drunk and asleep that day.
Yes, she was supposed to be going to Isfjell.
Yep.
So, if that means they probably took her on the way there. Okay.
So then where do we go?
Aldis, do you have any way of... Do we know that Aldis... We don't know that, do we? She wouldn't know.
Do what?
Know what?
That about you talking to the Fae, or that's how we don't know. That's
You guys don't know that yet.
Hmm.
And I haven't tried it yet.
I don't know what to do. We have to find her.
What do you mean you don't know what to do? You're taking us south to Lettisborg, right? That was what was agreed yesterday.
Not anymore.
Things have changed.
I'm stomping on the embers of the fire.
As Harold just still blinking away, go, what do you mean? Yesterday, you agreed to take us south? You can't just leave us here in the mountains.
Did you pay us?
Yes!
What did
you
you
paid
pay
us for your protection, not to deliver you there.
Well, where even are we? We're just in the middle of a mountain somewhere. This is appalling. Shocking treatment.
Well,
Well,
could-
you can come with us if you'd like.
Where are you going?
We're not really sure.
I
We
think
don't-
Well, as long as you're not going north, then that's fine.
we may as well go to Isfjell just as a jumping off point. Even
Do you
if
think we can get there quickly?
about as quickly as we could get anywhere else.
What if we were to try to fly faster?
Sure, we could do that.
If you want, I can try.
Sure.
All right.
We've got to do something.
All right, let's go. Let's go to where we were planning to go to check in on things, but especially if we want to make sure that you weren't lied to, or to make sure that they weren't altering the truth in any way. Sometimes that happens.
You don't think she would have lied?
No, I don't think they would have lied, but they might have been stretching the truth.
And if I recall, time is a little different for them than it is for us. This could have happened a week ago. It could happen today.
So we don't know how much danger that my sister's in, except
Correct.
a lot.
Potentially. So I'm going to start picking up all of the belongings that made it off of the boat and start throwing them into safe spots on the boat. And I'm going to position myself in front of the chair.
Yeah, so you've got the chair on the boat. You still also do have the body of a dragon on your boat.
Do we know how fast the ship can fly?
You know how fast you've flown it in the past? You don't know what its max speed capacity is?
Okay. How fast have we flown it in the past?
As in how? Hang on.
How many miles per hour?
I didn't do it in miles per hour. I did it in how far you could get in a day.
Okay.
So you know that Lettersborg is just the high end of a day away from where you are. So, yeah, you probably get about 60 miles in a day.
That's really slow.
With the speed you've been flying it so far.
Now, is that flying the full 24 hours in the day, or?
No. That's flying just the normal sort of traveling day.
It's as if we were on the water, rather just up in the air, right?
Yeah. So far, you've not really been. This is not a jet plane. You've sort of been, it's been flying through the air. It's the fairly gentle speeds. You could potentially try and fly it faster.
The only time we've tried to fly it faster is when we were in combat originally, and I tried to fly it faster than Ira had been flying it. But if we are flying it and it takes us that long, 60 miles in a day, we're doing about 3 miles an hour.
Yeah, it's about walking speed, essentially.
Yeah. So I would hope we can go faster than that.
All right. Well,
especially because we went like.
No, it's about twice as fast as people can walk at the speed you're flying it through most of the day. I will say that if you want to fly it fast, it will take a little more resources and be a little more challenging to do that.
Okay. Okay. While I'm standing in front of the chair, I've got the map out in front of me. I've pulled it out of my pack. Everybody can see it. Just, so that everybody knows. I have a map, and I am looking at about where we're at and trying to figure out the fastest way to get to my house. And it looks like we might have to go over some mountains or hills.
So your house is up there at Isfjell, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then... So, sorry. Are you taking us to Lettersborg or not?
No.
Maybe
we're taking you to my home.
If you'd like, you could get off the boat and walk from here.
You not drop us somewhere near Trellbro, as we asked you to, like, yesterday.
Isfjell is kind of near Trellbro.
You are presently halfway between Lettersborg and Trellbro, so you're close to both.
So,
Look, don't pick a fight with them. They've got more weapons than us, and they're the ones with the boat.
So, I'm thinking instead of following the water to get there, if we are able to, we could probably, if we can get up high enough, go over these mountains. And I'm pointing at the map. Go over these mountains to get there faster.
Sure.
Has the storm ceased and seemed to clear out? Okay, because that's the whole reason we were staying over the water, is in case we had to down the ship.
Yes.
Go for it, Aldis. You can do it.
Okay. Tie yourselves down.
So, in conclusion, which direction are you flying in?
So I am going to show you over the map. I am flying over the Drakenfell?
The misspelled Drakenfell, yes.
Drakenfell mountains towards Isfjell.
The map maker can't spell, you know.
Well, I like that
There's
you've
no
got the
they can
little.
spell.
I like that you've got the little lake named Tam.
It says Tarn. It's a Tarn.
I know that, but it looks like Tam.
It says now. It's Lake Tam.
Lake Tam.
All right.
It's canon now.
I'm gonna confirm with everybody in my party that this is an okay course before sitting down.
Yes.
I don't think we can waste any time going anywhere else.
And
Okay.
while you're in the chair, Torvald had mentioned trying to think about, how did you put it, Torvald? Holding us to the deck?
Aye, maybe you can reform the boat around our feet or something. So we're secure there.
Like shape-shifting the boat.
I don't know if I can shapeshift the boat, but maybe I'll try something. But
Aldis, just focus on getting us there as quickly as possible.
okay, I will do that. Are you okay with us going over the mountains, Chrisara?
Yes.
Okay. On that note, I am going to turn and plant my rear end into the chair.
Okay, make me that wisdom saving throw. I think you're almost at the point where you shouldn't have to do this anymore, but...
Did Harold and Nettle come to a consensus?
They're still on the boat.
They're looking around like, this... You can hear that they're having a hushed and hurried conversation in Halfling. It's a language.
It is a language. Torvald doesn't know that.
I got a 10?
10?
I think in total.
Aldis, you are a boat.
I am a boat. Do I have...
You've lost all sense of Aldis. You're a boat. You're sat in this lovely, crisp, cold mountain river. It's really nice here. Maybe we could just
Okay.
float downstream.
Okay, float downstream? Or do I want some challenge and go upstream?
Aldis, are you there? Can you hear me?
Her eyes are blank.
I think we lost her. Chrisara, help me get her out of the chair.
The boat starts
I'll grab
to
her arm
sway
and yank.
just
and
a little.
Wait.
Try to help.
Potentially, this might be a good thing. If she's
I
fully
don't think
integrated
so.
with the boat, maybe it'll be easier for her to go faster.
I think we should probably have her conscious for this.
We don't want to die.
Why don't you see if she can move the boat?
Okay.
I'm gonna just pull her out of the chair.
Yeah.
Aldis, you come back to your senses as you're tucked in the chair.
Okay. That
Do
didn't
you want
work.
to try that one again?
We can try again. Yeah, one more time I think I can try. I'll try one more time.
You sit back down. It still takes practice. Maybe that wisdom saving throw. Come on.
That one's a 13 plus 3,
Good.
4. That's a 17.
You're all good.
All right.
You're getting better at this. Every time you do it, you feel yourself. You're getting better.
Aldis, can you
Okay.
hear us?
Yes. Yes, I can hear you.
All right.
Okay. First, to focus on getting into the air.
Remember the
Okay.
kite.
The
Um,
kite wasn't good enough.
Torvald's gonna put his hand on her shoulder and the
Have you tried
electricity's
being
gonna
a
go
You tried being a hot air balloon.
through.
No.
That-
No, actually, I was thinking about that, and I point at the dragon in front of us on the deck.
That'll do.
all right.
All right, and so I am going to think about being able to lift off with strong wings like a dragon and get myself the boat up into the air as gracefully
Okay.
as dragons can, I think.
Mark off one first level spell slot.
All right.
And I don't think you need that anymore. So you feel this the force of the boat ripple around you, and the rest of you feel the boat go ever so slightly colder as it lifts up from the surface of the water. And you hear a startled "Wait! from Harold. I hadn't said I wanted to stay yet." as the boat rises up into the sky.
I can throw you off if you don't want to go with us.
No. I'll go with you. That's fine. Of course, sure, no problem.
All right, I am going to. I think I still have the map in my hand, and I believe the boat was originally pointed southward. So I'm going to turn the boat northeastern, and pretty much in a straight line, thinking about how fast a dragon can move, and I'm going to try to go as fast as I saw the dragon moving before to head home.
Okay, make me a check using your charisma, your spellcasting ability, as if you were casting a spell.
Okay.
Does guidance work on that too?
15 plus 6, that's a 21.
Doesn't matter.
The rest of you feel the wind pick up as not only is the boat flying, it is flying faster than, apart from the few twists and turns whilst you were fighting the dragon, faster than you've flown it before. You can feel the icy blow of the wind against you as the boat shoots off through the sky towards Aesielford. Like the ground racing by. It's really quite alarmingly fast.
Well, that's certainly working. Nice job, Aldis.
Harold has just moved to the center of the boat and is just hugging the mast. Oh god. Oh god. Can't you save me?
Tie them down. And then I am going to think about a dragon, you know how they, when their wings, they flap, they go faster. So I'm thinking about going faster.
You want to try and go faster?
How
Yes.
fast are we going right now?
Right now, at this pace, you're probably going about probably 40 miles an hour or so.
Oh,
You can probably make it to Azelford in a couple of hours. This is very fast.
well, I think this is fast enough, Aldis. We should
If you
make
want
it
to
there.
try, Aldis,
Hmm?
do you want to try?
If I do try, does that do anything if I fail?
Do it. Do it.
Fail or
Just
risk
do it.
Have you met Tis?
Just do it.
All right, yeah, no, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna
If
do
you
it.
fail, we'll probably all die.
I'm gonna do it. Okay, let's go.
You're gonna try to go faster.
Another save? Yes, faster.
Make me another spell check and expend me another spell slot.
Okay, that's a
Forcing more
16.
power and energy into this boat. So that's a second spell slot.
That's a 16 plus 6, so that's a 22.
So as you call on your magical powers and sort of push them down through the flow through the boat, you feel as the boat speeds up. And
Who's standing next to me? Is there anybody standing next to me on the boat? I'm asking out of character.
standing near the front of the boat, you see Nettle the gnome is just sort of standing at the going, oh, this is amazing. Like just but as for your companions, it's up to them where they want to stand.
Torvald would be right next to Aldis. You think that's fast enough?
I don't think I can go faster.
Well, that's probably good. You realize you have to stop it too, right?
Don't leave. I don't know how well that'll work. Be right here, please.
Okay, so as the Cloud Maiden flies about 60 miles an hour across the unsuspecting skies.
And how high above ground are we?
Well, that's up to you.
We're above tree level. We're definitely above tree level.
Okay.
And since we've got to go above mountains, we're probably significantly higher than that.
Also, in which case, you're quite a way up.
You said there's a
several
bubble of
hundred
air
feet in the air.
around the ship, right? Like some sort of magical bubble of air. At one point, you said there was like some sort of a.
So that we
I
don't
didn't.
suffocate?
I don't know if that was in game or after game that we discussed that.
Oh,
I think that was after game that we discussed that. It's not currently turned on. You don't know about that yet.
oh,
Currently, it's incredibly windy and cold on the deck of your ship. You didn't get a user manual with this thing, okay?
right.
This is what happens when you steal alien flying ships.
Okay, so whereabouts are we now? How much time has passed and all of that?
So
What
you're
are you guys?
Yeah, as I say, as Aldis is busy concentrating on piloting this ship, the Nettle is ecstatic. Harold is clutched to the mast, still muttering to himself in terror. What are the rest of you doing as the clouds scud by around you?
Chrysara's still standing next to Aldis, because that's where she was when she was going to try to pull her up.
I'll be with Harold. Ira's like patting him on the shoulder, going, "It's okay."
We're going to die.
Potentially. But that's small chance.
Going to die.
I mean, at all times you're potentially about to die, so this is pretty much just every day.
There's a mad woman flying the boat.
I'm not mad. Just don't bother me too much. I need to focus. Dragons, flying, gliding, dragons.
The dragon is slipping slowly and slowly towards the back of your boat as you fly, by the way.
Is she actively maintaining concentration? Is that...
Yes.
Okay.
Well, I was going to say that I would be up near the dragon trying to make sure that it was tied into place. But meanwhile, leaving knuckle prints in the side of the boat from gripping it.
Poor Aldis.
Sorry, guys.
You can feel Adair clinging on for dear life.
It's urgent.
So, as you speed faster over the hour, you see a rather startled flock of geese just sort of out of your way. Adair said he was securing the dragon. The rest of you, are you up to anything as this is going on, as the boat soars?
I was going to
Just
talk to
try not to
Aldis,
fall.
but I don't want to distract her too much.
Please do not talk to distract the driver whilst the flying boat is in motion. Stand behind the white line at all times.
Torvald's gonna go sit kind of so like the edge of the boat is blocking some of the wind and just kind of like sit down.
I probably have water in my eyes because of how fast the air is hitting me.
Cold. You can feel your eyelashes starting to freeze as well. It's very cold. Like the wind chill factor is really quite severe. In fact, I need each of you to make me a Constitution saving throw at this point.
Oh, jeez. Always a good sign. Oh no. 7.
5 for Aldis. Torvald. What did Ira and Chrysara get?
16.
Okay. And 10 for there. And what was I'm still missing one person's number, I think.
No,
Tor-
that's 5 of us.
Torvald's a 7.
Basara had 13.
Ah, that's the one I missed it. What was it? So sorry, I just was checking. One quick rule momentarily, but
Is that anyone else getting cold in here?
for now, I'm just going to say Torvald and Aldis. Both of you take 1 point of exhaustion.
Exhaustion?
That's
Exhaustion.
fine.
Do I get advantage because I was blocking the wind with the boat?
Where on this sheet marks the exhaustion?
It's a condition.
It's a condition. So just make a note of it. I don't know about the D&D Beyond sheet. Just make a note somewhere.
If you click where it says conditions next to defenses, right below hit points, at the bottom it has levels of exhaustion.
1. Awesome. Thank you.
Yes,
Okay.
as the bitter cold is sinking in your bones, it is.
Do you have to take a long rest to get rid of exhaustion?
All right. So where are we now?
Well, at this point, as time passes, you can see as you pass over the mouth of Lake Blad, you can see the peninsula and set back a little further into the edge of the forest. You can see Isfjell,
Okay.
your home,
I
approaching rather
can-
fast.
I can see it now. I am going to try to slow down a little and get closer to the water gradually.
Okay. Make me a check at disadvantage because you are exhausted.
Okay. My spell check?
Yeah. To try and land safely on the water. Has anyone got a seatbelt on?
So it's 7 plus 6. That's 13.
Okay. Who's wearing a seatbelt, just for clarification?
Torvald's sitting down leaning up against the edge of the boat.
Before we descend, I would like to ask, am I able to see anything off in the distance? Any boats? Any flying boats?
Make me a perception check.
Ira isn't tied, but she's holding on to the master one with Harold.
That's a dirty
Okay.
20.
Not as tightly, but still like has an anchor to it.
Okay, so there, as the boat comes swooping round and down towards the water near Azelford, you can't see any boats. You can see this small collection of sort of houses and barns and buildings, and little sort of pastures for sheep and goats, sort of tucked away, not quite on the coast itself, but sort of further back towards the woods and the trees. You can't see any flying boats or dragons or other horrible monsters, just this cluster of buildings and a rather startled looking woman staring up as this boat comes careering down towards the water. And as the boat comes down really quite fast and towards this water, I need everyone on the boat, make me a dexterity saving throw. Those of you who are wearing a seatbelt or another way holding tightly can do it at an advantage.
Okay.
Judge for yourself what your character would have done, and if you're exhausted, then that it's disadvantage.
cancels
So that,
out. So it'd be just a straight roll then.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Chrysaura's holding onto the chair, but I don't know if she's not doing anything crazy.
Yeah.
So just
In
a
which
normal
case,
roll.
just normal. Yeah.
Okay, so does I
You
have
do not,
the exhaustion?
unless you are in the chair. You are in the chair.
Okay, yes, I am in the chair. I don't have to roll that.
No, I'll
Okay.
say you get
What kind of a saving
But-
throw was it? Dexterity?
Yes.
dexterity.
13.
17.
Same. 13.
12.
So, as the boat crashes down on the water, Aldis, you take 7 points of psychic damage as you feel the agony of the pain of the mental pain of hitting the surface of the water, and you hear a splash as several splashes as everyone who got less than a 15 is now in the water.
Oh shit!
Next to the boat. I mean,
Woo!
Torvald's gonna put his hat on.
How close are we to Isfjell?
You're close to the shore. You are. Hang on. The boat has now come in around in like the actual fjord of Isfjell.
Oh, got it.
Yeah.
Who all fell in the water?
Everyone
did.
who rolled less than a 15.
So that was me,
And Krasara.
Dora.
Kasara,
And Ira.
and I.
Oh, Ira did too?
And-
Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
Hi, Ira.
Hang on.
Hello.
Oh. And the gnome and the halfling.
Adair's going
Party!
to turn around and go, Aldis, are you okay?
Ow, that hurts. I need to stop the boat, and I'm going to try to stop the boat from moving.
Yeah, the boat sort of glided to a halt. Now, this was all your attempts to stop the boat, and you successfully landed and stopped the boat. But
Okay,
it was a bit of a rough landing.
I am going to get up out of that chair right now, and stumble over to one of the benches and rest my head for like a split second. Instant headache.
I would like to cast Cure Wounds on her.
Torvald's just gonna let himself sink to the
For now.
bottom with Ira.
For 9. I'd like to give her a Cure Wounds for 9.
Okay. Anyone who is attempting to swim and stay on the surface, make me an athletics check, please. Assuming you're wearing your usual levels of armor and heavy weaponry. And
You say athletics?
Everyone I care about knows how to swim, so I'm not worried.
17.
okay, yeah, Krasara can swim, and you see nearby you sort of Nettle holding Harrell up as one of them gets a much better save than the other.
Since I am now at the railing, I can lean over and pull people into the boat as needed. Thank you, Adair.
Ira and Torvald, are you attempting to swim? Or-
Nope.
Nope.
Wait, Torvald's not?
Nope. You see Torvald just sinking to the bottom, and he's just putting on this hat.
You a hat?
Yep. And then once we both get to the bottom, he's gonna like look over to you and like wave, and you're gonna hear as bubbles kind of like pop up.
Please tell me when they make it to the top we can hear what he said.
I'm pretty sure that's not how it works.
I just want to live in cartoon land for one moment.
And he's just gonna keep talking, and you're just gonna see the bubbles, and he's gonna kind of walk over to Ira.
I can't.
And he's just gonna hold out his hand,
She'll take it.
and then he's just
a romantic walk through the water.
Seeing all the bubbles, however, Adair is going to panic that Torvald is drowning. He's drowning!
and I'm just gonna start walking and kind of leading Ira, to the shore,
Okay.
while the whole time just talking.
Excellent.
So Adair, you see this trail of bubbles up on the surface.
He's professing his love.
And then he's like,
And I was just cool.
I'm not sure if he's I think he's fine.
Ira's with him.
I'll
She'll
throw
drag him.
a rope to Nettle. So if I can...
Thank you.
And then I helped lift her over the railing.
Oh, I didn't say I was going to secure it to the boat. No, I'm just joking.
What am I supposed to do with that rope?
Okay.
The two make their way over. Guys, just, are you sure you know how to fly this thing?
That was my third try.
Hey,
All right, fair
the boat's still intact. Where's your balloon?
Fair point. Fair point. Look, hey, my third flight of that balloon, I got it stuck up a tree.
We didn't hit any trees.
I know, it was like 20 feet off the ground. It's a long way down.
I'm looking for the oars that we have stashed on the boat somewhere. I don't have the energy to try to maneuver the boat to shore.
And it's at this point you hear a voice calling out from the shore. Halt! Stop there! If you take a step further, we'll fill you with arrows.
Whose voice is it?
You hear it being one of your brother's voices. It is. Hang on, let me get the correct brother, because and you will understand my comment on that in a minute. You hear it as Orphin's voice. The second eldest of your brothers.
Yes. I am going to stand up at the railing, looking for Arvid, and I'm gonna wave. Hi, brother. It's me.
Aldis?
Yes.
Wait. Put down your bows. It's Aldis?
Yes.
Do you need help? Have you been kidnapped? Where are they?
We're fine. Let's. Can somebody help?
What the hell is that in the water?
A boat?
No, there's something moving under the water.
Don't worry about it.
That's just a couple of lovebirds. They'll be up in a moment.
I am now looking for the oars again, so that we can get the boat to shore.
Did you have any oars?
Didn't we ask for oars when we stocked up the boat?
Yes, you probably did, yeah.
How far are we from shore?
Not very far. I say
Shouting distance.
Can I
you
throw?
grab your oars, you're able to paddle in.
I'll throw you a line. Pull us in.
All right, come on, Matt. Get a make me a dexterity check. Let's see if you can throw a rope to them.
I'm not sure who I knock off the boat or if I fall off the boat myself trying to throw it. That would be a 5.
Krasara,
I'm still in the water.
a coil of rope lands on your
I was
head.
helping people get into the boat.
Now wait a minute. I can throw it to Nettle.
The shore's further away.
Krasara, get up on the boat, please. It's cold water.
I was just gonna swim to shore, but all right, and
Wait,
I'll
we need
take
help.
the
bring
boat
us the
with
rope.
me and try to like scramble on awkwardly.
I am helping her get up onto the boat. Here's an oar. Help, please. And
I'll take it. I'll take one of the other oars.
unless you want to sit in the chair,
Is that an option?
can you fly the boat? Can you move the boat forward in the water?
We could always find out. I haven't sat in the chair.
Oh,
Or
well,
I can row.
what do you want to do?
I know what Chael wants to do, but I think it'd be safe if Laura just picks up the oar.
Okay, then.
We're close enough. I think this will be just fine.
All right. I pass out a couple other oars to the two guests on the boat. Help us.
These are bloody enormous.
Help.
All right. So between the lot of you, it doesn't take you very long to paddle the boat into shore, and with the help of various members of Aldis's family, who seem to just be ever increasing number along the shore now. Like, there's at least a dozen of them, ranging from small children to sort of older adults, all looking a bit like Aldis and Calder to varying degrees. And every time you think you've seen all of them, just more of them keep turning up. And
Aldis, how many do you have?
Well, I only have 3 brothers and 1 sister, but my older brothers are married with children. Then there's my 2 uncles, and one of them's married, and then, we've got people who stay, and
Cousin Eric.
Yeah, Cousin Eric.
That looks like a town.
It could be if there were, more people.
Well, at the rate you're going, you do know what causes that, right?
It's almost winter. There'll be more in the spring.
Are you going to be mayor?
Me? No. That's my dad.
Aldis!
Oh,
Aldis!
that's my mom.
Are you in trouble?
Yes, I wasn't supposed to
What?
be.
And you see the group of people part as this quite formidable looking woman strides forward. Where do you think you have been? You do not know the fright you gave us running off in the middle of the night like that. We thought you'd been attacked by wolves or worse. And then we hear mad tales of you being in Trelbro fighting people. This is unacceptable behaviour.
Why
You
is
are
it-
on goat mucking out duty for the rest of this year, young lady.
No.
Yes.
No.
Don't you take that tone with me.
No.
Oh, God, help us.
Really? This is a disrespectful tone. We'll talk later. Go inside, wash the dirt off your face and dress, and help me get dinner ready for all these new strangers you've brought up here.
I look at my hands, look at my mother, and then I'm going to cast Prestidigitation and wipe the dirt off my face.
I see how it is then. Fancy magic tricks me. You don't need to listen to your mother anymore.
In most cases, yes. Actually, so probably some of the cousins are noticing that there's a dragon on deck.
I mean, at this point, there's a kind of... They're also standing around scratching their heads looking at this dragon, like...
I helped
real?
kill that dragon.
What do you think you're doing out there facing dragons? You could have been killed? Or, like, why? I was worried sick. Worried sick.
I understand that you were worried sick, but I'm not a young child anymore.
You're still far too young to be herring off, killing dragons.
My sister was married before she was my age.
There's a difference between raising children, difficult though that may be, and hunting dragons. You are a delicate young lady, Aldis.
You let Balder go on raids at my
Yes.
age.
Yes, you are not your brother or your sister. We
It's
want
not
to keep you
fair.
safe. Now, see my point earlier about you being a child. Now, we'll save this for later. Apologies.
Yeah,
But-
that is a dare. and that is Chrysara, and that is Torvald's not on the ship yet. So that is Adair and Chrysara. You probably know Chrysara from town.
Ah, yes. I've heard a lot about you.
Do you want me to throw her in the water?
Well,
Not right now.
I'll throw my own daughter in the water. Thank you very much. You
I
see,
wasn't referring to her.
Oh. Sizes you up.
Anyway.
Sora stands up taller.
Estrid. She holds out her hand.
Grisara just nods her head. You sure you don't want me to throw her in the water?
No, don't throw her in the water. That'll just be more pain for me later.
We have time to turn the ship around.
No, we gotta look for your sister. Have you seen Calder?
You mean you haven't heard? I thought that's why you came here. Rushing back. Come on, we better come inside. It's not a conversation to have. Oh, standing on the middle of the docks.
Okay.
Your brother's missing.
He is missing. Okay, because we saved him from town. How long
Yes,
ago?
he came here about a week ago.
Mm-hmm.
With a young girl called Amalia.
Yes.
Sister.
Amalia is Chrysara's sister, and
Ah,
they were
yes.
courting. Yes.
Yes, she's a lovely young girl. Yes. But look, we better come inside. It's quite a lot of explaining to do. And is that she looks back, that really is a dragon.
Yes. Actually, Arvid, can you and one of the others cut it down and do all the stuff you do when you go hunting for us?
Well, we don't usually hunt dragons, but
I know, but you could probably work some magic on this.
I can give it a go. Yeah. Sure.
Careful though, Torvald did open up the stomach a little bit, and so some of the insides came out.
I'll bear that in mind. Hey, Revna, Tate, give me a hand with this dragon with you. And
So probably like 8 people come over to help carry the dragon off.
yeah, there's sort of a bunch of them start heading over, sort of sizing up, sort of planning the best way of moving a dragon, like where it's going to go. Ira and Torvald, have you made it out of the lake yet?
Oh, we were waiting on you to see how long the stroll was.
I mean,
We're having a good time.
Oh,
down under the water, you pass a few startled-looking fish. You can see, and as you approach the shore, and as Ira, as the taller one, as your head leaves the water, you can hear the tail ends of this argument, and then people being called forth to move this dragon.
And then as Torvald's head comes above the water, you're, and that's why you can never trust a dwarf with a limp. And
That
then
was a very funny story, Torvald. I loved it.
I'm glad you enjoyed it. And he's going to take off his hat and kind of put it across his waist and bow and say, "It was a lovely walk. Let's do it again sometime."
Of course.
And then he's just going to take your hand again and walk up the shore.
No, not an emotion. I've got a cold.
It's okay, me too.
So as you're sort of gathered in, you hear Aldis's mother, whose name, yes, is Estrid, and that is not my fault. someone apparently just really likes the name Estrid.
Okay, so look, here's the thing. I completely forgot what some of the backstory characters' names were when I was creating other characters. So,
For those who don't know,
sorry.
Estrid is Mama's character in Black Death.
It's the LSRPG cinematic universe. Okay, we've talked about this.
Yep.
This is our crossover, right?
Ugh.
No, crossovers with Black Death have been officially vetoed.
Yeah, no,
that was
she's a
fun.
very, very different person. Poor Tam. All right, back in the cane.
Right. Yeah, so to catch up your underwater friends here, about a week ago, Calder got here with Amalia, and everything was fine, and then we had a raid.
You went on a raid, or they
No.
raided you?
They raided us. They came down from the north, the Black Sail ships. They came down. They didn't really take much. They were looking for someone. Well, a pair of someone's. This is a couple of days back.
They were looking
were-
for magic users?
Not originally, no. They came here looking for they said a pair of halflings, I think. I asked if we'd seen a pair of halflings passing through anywhere.
I turned to look at the halfling and the gnome that are probably following behind us a little bit.
Now they're sort of shuffling slowly behind Chrysara, trying to make themselves look unnoticed. Yes, so, but they didn't find out. I mean, because we haven't had any halflings here in a good while. But whilst they were looking round, they were asking questions and started trying to nab things, and then, well, they got a hold of Calder and started threatening him, asking if he had any information on the halflings, and well, she didn't take too kindly to that. And if you look over there, see there's that patch of trees where where there was trees, and there are no longer trees. She picked a fight with them. Things got a bit nasty.
With the raiders with the black sails, or
Raiders with the black sails, but there was something else with them. I don't know what it was. Some strange yellow-skinned
yellow
creature.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Anyway, they took Amalia and they took Calder. And your father, he got hurt bad, but he's all right now.
Was it just one of the yellow-skinned, or were there more?
There was just one of them.
Did they come
One of
down
them, and
did they come down in a flying ship or just sail down?
just sailed down. Both sailed on the water. I have quite a lot of questions regarding the flying boat, but they can wait. Yeah, so your Uncle Berger and your cousin Einar and Balder, they took the fishing boat. They went up north to try and see if they could follow him. We've not heard back from him yet, but they said they were going to get him back. So it's all right. They're going to get him back.
All right, so we do need to follow.
No. I've already got 2 of my children out there. I don't want another going out there and getting lost or hurt.
I'm more capable than them.
Aldis, I know you're capable, but look, you do have a tendency to get lost and wander off. And I don't want you getting hurt. The bitter ice is a dangerous place. What if you were to wander off in the night and, freeze to death?
That's what Sindri's for.
What, the cat?
Mm-hmm. Notice I hadn't been walking in my sleep too much after I got Sindri?
Well, I assumed that was because we locked the window. And the door.
And
Everything.
tied my foot to the bed?
Well, look, it's a dangerous place out there. You could have fallen in a lake, you could have get eaten by wolves or dragons or just trolls or all sorts of horrible things going on out there.
We've dealt with trolls.
I
We've
had a cousin. Did I ever tell you about my cousin who got drowned by a seal?
Yes.
Can't trust them.
And anyway, I am capable, and my friends are able to assist me with any issues I may have. We're good.
Well, she looks over the bunch of you again. Well, Krasara and Torvald, I know, by reputation at least. And you were the
That's Ira.
the southern, yes, from Solensby?
Yes,
Yes, I heard about you.
that's concerning.
Well, the stories of, well, put it bluntly, a blue person, even for Solensby, that's, unusual.
Yes.
Did the Earl tell you that he was holding a funeral for us?
What? No? Why would the Earl hold a funeral for you?
I look at Krasara.
Because he's an idiot.
Can't argue with that one.
Your daughter did kill a dragon while I was taking a nap. I would say she's more than capable of defending us if we need it.
Wait, she killed the dragon?
Oh, yes, she did it.
We call her Dragon Slayer now.
Mm-hmm. I was asleep. She did it by herself.
I'm trying to work out whether some sort of check is called for here. And which line we go along here, because there's definitely, I'm saying this is... Krasara, make me a deception check at advantage, because you've got assistance, and it's not entirely a lie, but kind of is sort of maybe a little bit of a lie.
Okay, so... Deception... That's a 14.
Okay. So, Aldis's mother looks slightly unconvinced, but as you're having this, you hear a voice from behind Pickup. You go, "You hear that? Our Aldis is the Dragon Slayer!" Well, this calls for a celebration. Everyone, come on! A round of drinks. Aldis the Dragon Slayer. Come on, let's. There's always a bright line. We may have lost Kelda, but we've got Aldis the Dragon Slayer.
Thanks, Dad.
I didn't mean it like that. You know what? Look, come here. I'm glad to have you back. And, well, I'll be glad when your brothers get back as well.
Well, we'll go find them.
I was about to say you will, but then I said, Dragon Slayer! Dragon Slayer! You hear that? And he nods over to Torvald. My daughter, she killed a dragon.
Aye, I was there.
Hey! What a coincidence! Hey, you there with the staff? My daughter, she killed a dragon. Oh, great! I'm so proud. I'm so proud.
Okay. Well,
Hey! Them's them halflings. Them.
yes, that's them.
Well, technically one of them's a gnome, but I could understand how you can make that mistake.
Well, so they were with you the whole time?
No, we only picked them up, was it yesterday? During the storm?
Aye, after they fell from the sky.
From a balloon.
That was in the sky, aye.
Yes. And then they were attacked by mechanical dogs? I still don't understand.
What
Mechanical dogs that explode when you kill them.
Well, have I been drinking this morning?
Would you like to? And he's going to take out the potato alcohol and kind of offer it up.
The one that Chrysara drank?
Yep.
Oh, shit.
Thank you. A toast. Anyone else want some? Here.
I'm all right, thank you.
I'm good.
Anyone else wants some? It's a very... that's...
Torvald's going to grab it out of his hand.
Crumples down to the ground.
Well, I guess it wasn't your fault after all, Chrysara. I thought you were just a lightweight.
Those are fighting words, and perhaps later we will have a drinking contest to see who wins. Me?
So-
I'm a dwarf. You'll have no chance.
I can drink you under the table.
Attaea, I'm just gonna go over there and fall asleep for a little bit. So I move off into the corner of the house and I crash, head against the wall.
You're taking a nap.
As long as a nap as anyone will let me.
Adair will stand guard basically about 10 feet away to keep anybody from disturbing her while she takes a nap.
So as Adair stands guard, and as Aldis's mother instructs the people who have finished moving the dragon off the boat into one of the sheds to now move Aldis's father off the middle of the floor and sort of out of the way. She goes, so it seems I can't persuade you against going north. Or persuade you to leave Aldis behind.
She's more than capable. Everyone here will protect her.
You promise? Because magical abilities and all, she's still my daughter, and she's just a girl. She's not old enough for all this herring around. Like, she's my little one.
I probably speak for all of us. I'm sure they'll say, but we promise to take care of her. She's more than just a girl, though. She's very powerful in her own right and very intelligent.
Yes. Maybe tying her to the bed was a step too far. Only at night.
You think?
Only at night.
You
Only at
think?
night. She has a sleepwalking problem. It is. Look.
What if she tripped and fell and hit her head on something? She would have bled out in the middle of the night, and you would have never known.
Don't let me think about it.
I'm merely saying that might not have been a good idea.
We tried other things. But first she's wily. Sometimes I swear she can teleport. She just needs to be one thing and then another. Unbelievable. But look, you promise you'll take care of her.
I promise.
And you'll help get Calder back.
Absolutely. He's with my sister.
Yes. Look. She's a capable young woman. A little headstrong at times, but she can take care of herself. I don't know what they wanted. As soon as they caught sight of her, they seemed to switch priorities.
Yeah, we're We're going to go in like a wrecking ball. They won't know what hit them.
And now I have a song stuck in my head.
Damn you. Kasara!
What? Oh, wait, not. They have my sister.
Well, what
What's
assistance?
going to happen?
Is there any assistance I can lend you? I mean, she looks back at the boat. You seem to be well equipped with well, that is a flying boat, yes.
It is. I'm sure everyone may need supplies. Perhaps ask some of the others and see. Maybe we need supplies.
I'll see what we've got. Yeah, I'm for Elder and for Aldis and for Amalia. We can find you some supplies.
Thank you. I won't throw you in the water.
Yes. I'll go sort out getting the organization ready. Yes, I will. And she sort of turns and leaves. And then as she leaves, you hear from Harold.
What?
Well, I was thinking, you're not taking us with you any further north, right?
We'll have to ask.
Isn't that was a no? That was a no. No, I said, don't take us any further north, please.
Perhaps we could we may need the help.
No, we'd be useless up there. Absolutely useless. Don't take us any further north.
Why?
Because we just ran away from the north.
I could always turn
And if we go back
invisible
there,
again.
they will kill us.
Why will they kill you if you go back? Exactly.
Oh no, you can't. Sorry, I thought you could read minds.
No, but I can turn you invisible.
Well, look, as you found out through very invasive methods, we may have stolen some things from them, and they turned out to be quite angry. So we would quite like to leave this part of Isfjell, or perhaps the whole of Isfjell, post haste.
We might use your information on going further north, though. Perhaps you can guide us.
How about this? I'll sketch you a sort of map. I'll outline sort of where to go and what to do, sort of itinerary of sorts, and you leave us here. Deal?
Draw the map. I'll see what I think.
Okay.
And
I'll get to work. Nettle, come here, Nettle. Can you remember, was it left or right at that first iceberg?
don't get us lost. And I'll turn and walk to Torvald. What do you think? Should we take them with us? Or should we trust their map-making abilities?
Well, I really don't think they want to go with us, so I don't think there's any reason to force them. I think we'll have them give us a map, and then
Shake them
we'll go our separate
gold.
ways. What was that?
Shake them down for any more gold?
If we can, of course.
Perfect.
So
How are you
we'll,
going along with that map?
Making good progress. Good progress. I'll give it to you as soon as we're done. I just don't want to be a rush job, okay?
Of course.
I think Aldis needs some more time to rest anyway. I'm feeling pretty exhausted myself.
So, are you? I mean, this is not a long rest. This is a short rest of sort of low activity, just not really doing much stressful. You don't actually have to sleep in a short rest. You can stay awake. So you don't regain recover any exhaustion points, but for those of you who get things back at short rest and get stuff back at short rests, it is far too early to take another long rest, as you've only been awake about 2 hours, 2.5 hours. It's still morning. So the question is, are you planning on remaining in Isfjell longer, or are you planning on leaving immediately? What is the course of action here?
Torvald's going to invent coffee, and
Grisaro definitely wants to stock up and then go.
I've taken my nap. I'm awake again.
all right, we should get going then.
All right. So,
Ira, Adair, did either of you need anything?
No.
I'm certain we've got something for one or both of you.
I'm just content with where we're at, to be honest. We're heading out soon.
I think so. Adair, you don't need any supplies of specific sorts?
The only thing we might want to do is add some more rope and a net to the boat.
Those sound like great ideas.
Perhaps fire?
Firewood?
Is there some kind of a fire pit, a container for fire that we could mount on the boat? Do you have anything like that?
I've got to cook it.
I wonder how they
Big
fly
cooking
around
pot.
up there without getting freezing like us.
Maybe it's a trick they learn.
It would be nice to learn for sure.
Well, it would be nice to have.
Sorry, no, go ahead.
Well, it'd be nice to have a way to dry you guys out when you fall off the boat. Seems to be a regular occurrence these days.
Accident? And you're terrible throwing, so I saved your rope. You're welcome.
I threw the rope to you.
That's a lie.
Well, it made it to you, and you got out of the water with it, so we're even, Grisaro.
I'm going to buy you another badger.
I'm going to go into one of the sheds to see if there's like one of those giant metal bowls that...
Like a cauldron?
Maybe not as deep as a cauldron, maybe a little bit more shallow, but large and...
I'll say you can find a decent big sort of heavy sort of cooking pot style thing that you could put a fire in, if that's what you're after.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for.
Yeah. You are also able to find, there is rope and there are nets.
Perfect. I'm going to grab those and throw them in the pot that I found and bring them back into the room that everybody's in.
While they're loading up the boat, Adair is going to ask one of her millions of relatives if one of them could help him learn how to properly cast the net.
Well, we sent most of the people with more like fishing equipment off on the boat when we went north, but I can try and show you how. You kind of throw it like this. Wait, no, like this. Yeah.
So Adair will make notes
it's a
and
nice
do the
net.
opposite.
The wee blind lass made it.
Great. All right. Adair will make notes of everything the person did to do the opposite.
Okay. So, as you load up the boat, Aldis, your father is still out cold. Whatever is in that drink is toxically strong.
He didn't have too much of it, so he should be awake in the morning. Crisara drank a third of the bottle, and she was out for a full 24 hours. So,
well, and
he's
your
gonna have
mother
a
hands the rest.
hangover.
Your mother hands the rest of the bottle back to you. Goes, I think you should probably take that with you.
Torvald takes it and puts it back.
Yeah.
Come, look.
Oh, hug.
Virtual hug. Stay safe.
I
Because
will do
if
my
you
best.
don't come back, I will hunt you down, whether it's in the underworld or the feast halls of the gods, and I will find you, young lady, okay?
Wait, if it's in the feast halls, then you don't have to worry, right?
Don't you think that is a way of getting out of being told off? Okay? Whichever plane, whichever element of this universe you are in, if you don't come back here safe and sound, I will find you, young lady.
I will do my best. And I will have help.
Yes. Now, go. Sail, fly, whatever it is that boat of yours does.
Both.
And may the gods watch over you.
And you. Lady Luck and the Thunder and all of them. May they
Yes.
care for everyone here.
Yes. I think you'll need all the help you can get. And we will have when you come back, we will have some lovely dragon skin ready and cured. But it's going to take some time.
Wonderful.
And I've always wanted to know what dragon tasted like.
Well, cure some and, save some, because that sounds interesting too. But anyway, bye everyone. And I go and get on the boat.
Okay. So, Harold and Nettle come running up, and Crisaro pass you a piece of parchment on which you can see drawn out an outline of the coastline of the northern parts of Isfjell, the marking of 2 glaciers in the river Harstrad, and then further to the north, you can see they've marked on the location of where the black ships are currently, and further inland where the Gith have been digging. That's the best we can do. I hope it helps you find your way. Look, honestly, I would say thank you for saving us, but it's been a bit of an up and down sort of experience all round, and thank you very much for saving us. That's what I would say. Just ignore what I said before then.
I didn't think you wanted to go back into danger.
No, definitely not. And Nettle shakes her. I go, no, I won't go to the north if you paid me 100 gold pieces.
Speaking of which, do you have any spare gold? Because, we did save you, and then we did bring you here. So, if you want to pay your fare for us bringing or you can go with us.
Nettle, what have you got? What have we got? Anything we can spare as a nice thank you to the kind lady, the nice, lovely lady.
Oh, thank you.
And Nettle reaches down into the bag, starts rummaging around. Hang on, sorry, sort of sticks her head in for a moment. And comes out with holding a pair of goggles and a coil of rope. Either of these any use to you?
I'll take both. What do the goggles do?
The goggles help you see in the dark.
Yes, we could use those.
And the rope's good for climbing.
And tying. We'll take that.
But
Thank you.
look, I ain't coming back to your country again. No offense, but everything up here's tried to murder me.
Typical day.
Then get gone.
Right.
Is there anything we should know? Any warnings?
Well, if you're ever in Elden Ra in the north part, and you pass by some gnomes, named Nettle Pilwicken might lend you some friends here and there. What else? Good advice. Stay away from elves. You can't trust them.
Agreed.
Or dwarves. Dwarves are much worse.
Hey,
That's a bit rude, considering, he did help save you.
only dwarves with limps. We've been over this.
Dwarves with limps, they're the worst. But
Agreed.
to be honest, the only people you can truly trust are gnomes. Halflings, they're alright. The occasional human. Just watch out for elves and dwarves and wizards and druids. Watch out for druids.
Oh, they're terrible. Absolute
Right.
worst. Don't appreciate
Well,
gifts.
Well, it's more the turning into animals and, dancing around with the bits out.
Oh, that is not
Am I supposed to refute any of this?
I
don't know. What do you do?
No. Change into your badger.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Good luck.
I
Thank you.
don't want to fly this time.
You did such a good job last time.
But I don't want to this time.
Torvald it is.
I'm not flying it. Forget that.
Chicken.
Once was enough for me.
I suppose I could do it if Ira doesn't want to. I dare?
What?
Attitude. Rude.
Yeah, I think I only fly it during combat.
Can Krasara even fly the boat?
Sure, she could.
I don't think she's tried it yet.
Not tried.
You said
Krasara
it
doesn't
uses
have...
a spell slot, right?
It uses a spell slot to lift up. It would have to find an alternate source of gaining that power needed to lift.
Raw strength, baby.
Raw strength.
Blood offering.
She's the one we need to be flying the boat during a battle.
So you can try, Krasara.
I think I did all right.
You can certainly try.
Yeah.
Well, I suppose I could try and see what happens.
Alright.
Adair ties himself to the deck.
I tie myself to one of the benches, but in the middle with enough slack so that I could go to either side of the boat as needed.
Torvald's also going to tie himself down, and he's going to put his hand on Krasara's shoulder and say, "Good luck to you." And the cast guidance as the electricity kind of shoots through her body.
Alright. Make me a wisdom saving throw, Krasara. You don't get to use the guidance. That is a saving
No
throw.
guidance on that.
No guidance on that. Okay, so wisdom saving throw?
Yes.
Oh God.
Always a good sign. Invoking the deities when
That's just a 12.
Krasara is lost to the world as Krasara, you feel this connection with the boat. You feel yourself becoming the boat. You are the boat. And you know, as you've become the boat, that, well, you don't have magic to give it, to lift it. A little of your own life force would do the same trick in getting this boat up and into the air, which is where you want it to be, where you want to fly. And
What?
Krasara, are you
in
there?
place
She's
of a
got-
spell slot, you can try to expend some hit points in order to fly this boat.
Oh, this is why I'm glad I don't have a sister. And she's gonna try.
All right. Roll me 2d10, Krasara, please.
So to
The
clarify,
rest of you
DM.
can't even see her.
Okay.
She's completely blank that she is.
Okay, that's a
I
10.
held my breath.
10.
10.
So you use 10 hit points. Now make me a charisma check
With guidance.
with guidance.
Okay, so me. All right, 10.
I'm going to revamp this system at some point over Christmas when I've got more time. It's too
And,
faffy.
What saving throw?
Charisma.
Sorry.
It's not a same.
Just a check. It's a check.
It's
My charisma is a 13. So that's 19.
Okay, so the rest of you, the deck beneath you, Krasara is still staring blankly off into the distance as the deck shudders, and you see at the very edge of the woods start to just smolder a little as Krasara, you and the boat rise up into the air, sort of this smell of scorched wood trailing up behind. As you take those 10 points of psychic damage. It's like draining the life and energy from you.
She's burning the boat.
It doesn't seem to be on fire. It just seems to be a little bit smoldery.
it's nice and warm this time. Maybe
Yeah.
we should have her fly it all the time so we don't freeze to death.
I'd prefer the cold, to be entirely honest.
Well, I don't feel like I can feel my fingers or my toes, so I'm all right with this.
I can't feel your fingers
the
or
boat-
toes either.
Well, it'd be strange if you could now, wouldn't it, Adair?
I think it'd be funny if you
Now
could.
go over there with your dangly bits.
If the boat seems somewhat stable, can I turn and be able to take a look at Krasara and see how it looks that she's doing? Because this seems very different than everything else to my wonderful perception skills.
Yeah, she seems. I mean, maybe she seems blank. So make me an insight check.
Dirty 21. You can't have a clean 21, so yeah, 21.
You can even through the blank. Like, she looks like she's in pain. She looks like this is hurting.
Krasara,
And
Krasara, put the boat down.
rising and picking up speed as you turn towards the north, towards a dead straight line towards where you were told Amalia is.
I think she's
Krasara.
doing just fine. Adair. Plus, it's nice and warm.
Well, if she dies in the seat, remember, I tried to stop her.
I'll go check on her, and I'm gonna go check like her vitals and just to make sure that she's doing okay.
Make a medicine check.
All right. That's gonna be a disadvantage, right?
Oh yes.
Okay, so same thing. So that's gonna be a 13.
I mean, there's no sign of any physical harm.
She seems fine to me.
All right. So as the boat rises up and turns towards the north, and sets off, are you allowing Krasara to continue flying this boat?
Torvald is.
Thanks.
Irish is okay with it.
How
If she
far
isn't-
are we off the ground already?
I'd say at this point about feet back into feet, about 50 feet and increasing. And Krasara, you feel very much at one with this boat. You feel a peace and calm settling over you as you know this is the way you're going. This is the path you are on, the path that will take you to Amalia. And Adair and Torvald, the ones who are sort of studying Kasara, you can watch as it almost seems like the very tips of Kasara's fingers are taking a sort of almost wooden tint. There's little silvery wooden colour seeping up from the tips of her fingers.
Well, that doesn't look great.
That's what I was trying to say. Things didn't look right, but knowing Kasara, she might like it.
Turn into a tree? No.
All right.
Hey, Adair, you remember when I said I was going to listen to you more?
Yes, I've noticed that's been happening a lot lately.
Well, I kind of forgot this time, so I'm sorry about that, but...
Do you agree we should get her to land?
I'm going to defer to you on this one.
I don't think her turning into a tree is a good idea.
Wait, what? She's turning into a tree?
Take a look at her hands.
Come look.
I am going to get up and walk as far as this rope that's tied around me will let me. And look at her hands and see that they're turning silver and slightly wooden.
Yes.
So we're getting higher in the sky right now. If you take her out of the chair, we plummet.
I just want to ask her to take it down.
Just sit in the
she
chair
can't
really
hear
fast.
us.
That's a good one. Ira,
Have
do you want to say?
Yeah, have Kasara stand up, and then I'll scoot it. Can we sit in the chair? I can sit on the arm of the chair, and we could both be in the chair at the same time.
Try sitting in her lap first.
Sure. Ira's gonna sit in her lap.
You don't feel any particular connection
Sorry,
to the boat.
Torvald.
You are.
This is like a dream I had one time.
As you sit down on top of Krasara's lap. No, it doesn't feel like when you're sitting in the chair. There's no sense of connection, no pull of the ship on you.
Is there if you were to push her over, can you?
I'm gonna try to booty scoot her away and scoot to the chair.
This is even more like my dream. Maybe mine are prophetic too, Adair.
Adair is going to turn around, ask Ira to move out of the way, kind of kneel down, grab Krasara's arms, put him over his shoulders, and tell Ira to get ready, and then just fall forward.
He pulls up his shirt and runs over with his dangly bits out.
And then we rename our stream party foul and we have an orgy.
No. No. So wait, Adair was going to propose to Chris.
Is the moon
Krasara?
out?
I'm done.
Oh.
See y'all later.
Sarah and Adair, the Love Badger wedding. That could be
Love
awesome.
Badger.
No.
I did not realize I was muted.
It's okay. We filled in the blanks. We're good.
I gathered that.
Perfectly.
I couldn't hear. Yes, I gathered all that.
To rewind, Adair, what were you doing?
Adair's going to take the bottle out of Torvald's pocket, go sit in the corner, and drink it. Okay. Adair is going to ask Ira to move, kneel down a bit in front of Krasara, take her arms and put them over his shoulders, tell Ira to get ready, and then just fall forward with Krasara to get her out of the chair as quickly as possible, and hope we don't die.
Woo!
Or in this case, he might be okay with it at this point.
Okay. How fast are you able to get into the chair?
As quickly as possible.
Like
Okay.
the wind.
I could
Whoa.
levitate above the chair and then just fall into it.
So whoever's pulling Krasara free, make me a strength check. Those of you trying to take the place quickly, make me a dex.
Yeah, baby.
This is a race.
Oh no! Oh no!
That would be
Oh no!
that would be a natural 1.
Yeah,
Oh,
That
And I
that
got
was-
a 7.
I'm just gonna say, I'll let you narrate for yourselves the clusterfuck of limbs and like people sitting on each other and like tripping
My
over each
da-
other. As the...
My dangly bits are covered, however. I just want to be clear on that.
It's important.
Yeah, it's a pile of limbs and people like mistimed sort of. Wait, no, Ash. As Krasara is still in the chair, and by now the silvery wooden if it's taking up the full part of her lower arms.
I have an idea. Ira, Adair, Torvald, pull Krasara forward, but not off the chair. Ira, get behind her.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna pull her forward.
But keep her on the chair until Ira is in position, like how you would sit
Make me a
if you
strength
were
check, Torvald.
A strength check. I'm gonna do it very wisely.
At disadvantage. No, a
I-
strength check at disadvantage.
I just want to say, I hear this as Mo, Larry, Curly. You do this. Ship, stand up in the chair.
I'm in position.
All right.
That chair's gonna come out from under you. Make a dex check, IRL.
Oh,
no!
The tree.
Oh no!
Okay,
That's a 0. It's a dirty 0.
Oh god.
All right.
Krasara is not
Torvald, you and I are using the exact same dice that's rolling horribly. I think we need to swap dice.
All right. I'm going to. Obviously, I see that the guys are having problems pulling Krasara. You know what? It's because she's turning into the ship. So I'm going to untie myself. And I am going to assist. So maybe if all three of us pull Krasara out at the same time, it
And by
will-
now, the silvery wood is sort of reaching up to her chin. Krasara,
Oh my god.
you are content. You are flying through the sky. You are aware of the clouds around you. There's some sort of commotion going up on deck. But you, Krasara, otherwise known as the Cloud Maiden, the boat, are contentedly flying. You can sort of... You have a little will in which way you wish to go. But otherwise... You feel the last few threads of what you remember as being Krasara, the warrior, Krasara, the raider, drift away. You are now
No.
Krasara, the boat.
Okay. No. I am trying to pull her. I am helping. All three of us.
The last
I'm in
silvery wood
position.
All three of us pull.
ties us up.
All three.
I am going to help by using the help action. I don't want to roll anything.
But now it's Krasara is very much one with this chair.
Like,
Are you-
physically, you can't get her hands to move at all.
Like physically, she is part of the chair and part of the ship.
I hate that. I
You
hate
still
that.
wish to try this.
Wait. How is she powering the boat?
I'm not really sure.
Because it uses magic.
If she's part of the chair now, does that mean if we sit in her lap now it'll work?
Oh, okay. I'll swing around and.
Ira, as you sit in the chair, you feel you feel the awareness of the boat, but it seems muffled, as though there's some kind of something in between you and it. You can sort of feel its current will and desire to go north, but you feel it could be slightly malleable and amenable, in so much as Krasara is ever amenable to suggestions from others. But as Krasara, as you feel the last shreds of self drift away, and as Ira, you take your seats on the chair / the Krasara chair now. We're gonna go to break. We are back. I hope we're back, otherwise I'm just talking to myself. So, when we left off, as our party soared out northwards from Azelford towards the Bitter Ice, there was an unfortunate incident, which now means that our barbarian is a boat, and our boat is a barbarian. So, as Krasara is fully subsumed into the wooden texture of the boat, you see as along the prow of the boat, this line of dark runes matching that on Krasara's forehead arcs out along the prow of the boat. And there's this very hint of sort of purple along each side of the boat, just little decorative lines. And you can feel the urgency as the boat sort of pushes forwards to the north. But you do still have some ability to control your boat. But it very much now has a will of its own. And that will is Krasara's will, so good luck persuading it to do things.
We have to sit on her lap to persuade her to do things. I guess, to communicate with her?
You could possibly just put a hand on her.
I'm still on her lap.
Treat her like a puppet, stick her hand up her backside, and...
Whoa.
It's a voice from the darkness.
Me no likey.
No. None of that nonsense here. But yes, so as you soar onwards, you can see you're going faster than you were the first couple of times you flew the boat, but you're not quite going at Aldis's breakneck speed.
Well, I guess Krasara's just not as good as Aldis, huh?
The boat sort of shudders a little underneath you.
Well, at least we know Krasara's still with us.
Some degree.
Hopefully
I don't
she'll get
like
out of that
this.
when we land.
I hope. I don't like this.
I don't like it one bit either.
But there's really not much we can do until we get there, I guess.
Not from the middle of the air.
Land right in the middle of their encampment, and we probably should be closer to ground so they don't see us coming directly.
I can try to do that.
Okay. Do you want to try to tell her?
Let me help you a little bit with that. And I'm going to put my hand on Ira's shoulder and cast guidance.
Alright, make me a persuasion check, Ira. Okay, this is a new and temporary mechanic, as all former mechanics have been subsumed by the Krasara interface.
Ooh, hold on. I think I
But
did.
can
good.
you persuade Krasara?
You have an extra D4 or two.
Ooh. Yes, I can. That is a 23. Wait, hold on. Yes, 23.
So you're trying to get her to sort of fly close to the ground.
Uh-huh.
So you feel the boat dip down as you fly over sort of the rugged rocks and down towards below. You can see the ground is covered in frost and now snow. The air is growing colder yet, and you can see sort of ahead of you across like lines of rugged rock mountains the edge of the bitter ice. And if you go further north, you're reaching into permafrost, and beyond that, this sheet of ice that covers the north of the world. This frozen sea which has trapped ships and monsters alike, and is known to be the haunt of the dead and lost souls, and a place that few who go there ever return from.
And you
The
said
only
we
things
can...
known to
Sorry.
live up there are the giants and the wandering tribes of the Goliath.
All right, and you said that we could actually feel the air getting colder now, even through the heat that's produced by the boat?
Even through the warmth of your boat, you can feel it's definitely cold out there.
All right, in that case, I'm going to start a little fire in that pot that I brought, and secure it near the mast so that it doesn't, get tossed about.
I sure hope somebody thought to bring wood, because I didn't ask them to bring firewood. I just realized.
It was mentioned. We did mention wood.
Yeah. So,
we could always chop up Chrysara and use her for firewood.
That's too
that'll
soon,
go well.
Adair. Too soon.
So.
Well, that.
Yeah, sorry, no.
Just another dumb joke.
No, whenever there's full silence, I tend to think, okay, I'll move on with describing what's going on. But so as you fly onwards, you see the ice and the snow beneath you. Aldis has got a fire going. Who's keeping a lookout here?
Torvald will be keeping a lookout.
All right, make me a perception check.
That's going to be a 9. My passive perception is 17.
As you're exhausted at the moment, so you're not really at your best. As your boat sort of flies up, you see across this sort of blank whiteness, off in the sort of distance towards the coast, you can see a small smudge of smoke rising up. But other than that, not much to see out across the white edge of the bitter ice. As you fly onwards and northwards, well, kind of northeast, but let's not be pedantic here.
So we are going at a slower pace than I was going earlier.
Yes.
Correct?
Yes. Yeah.
What time of day is it approximately now? Probably
By
a
now,
little afternoon.
Yes, a little afternoon. Probably about 1 in the afternoon or so. And based on the map that you got from wrong. Yeah. Stay still, boat. Based on the map that you got from the halflings, you could probably get to the position they'd marked as being the excavation site before nightfall, if you wish to go directly there.
Do we want to go directly there? Is it likely that Calder and Amalia are there? Or are they at the other spot that is farther and harder to get to?
Well, I'm not really sure where they are, but if we're going to be getting there at night, we might want someone to have those goggles. Help them see in the dark. Who had the goggles?
Chrysara did.
Chrysara did, but they are now within her belongings, so they are free pickings for whoever has not been turned into a chair.
Torvald's going to go over and grab the goggles out and say, she is going to murder me for this, but I think it's important. And he's going to take the goggles out.
Who's going to use them? You?
Well, I don't need them, so... Is anyone else able to see in the dark?
Well, no, I don't think so. Can you, Ira?
I don't believe so.
I think Ira might be better suited to be wearing them. Adair, you can probably turn into an animal that sees in the dark.
That's just racist and speciest and
Classist, actually.
All right.
I can always just set things on fire.
Here you go, Ira.
Thank you.
You might want to take a look at them for a little while. Figure out how to use them.
Well, I am attempting to sway a barbarian boat in varying directions, so...
Okay, so do we want to go to the excavation where we know more than one of the yellow-skinned beast peoples that attacked us are? Or do we want to go to the encampment and get information first?
I say we go to the excavation.
Go
That's my
there
vote.
directly. Okay,
Sure.
I think that's where we're headed anyway. We don't want to
Alright.
land directly in the middle, though. We do not want to land in the middle.
Potentially we could have, like, surprise factor with that, though, don't you think? Or I guess they'd be expecting a flying boat.
They would be.
What if we just land on top of them?
How many of them are there?
Oh, I don't know. But we're a pretty big boat.
Grisara, do you like the idea of crushing them? That was a
That
rhetorical
sounds like a
question.
yes. That sounds quite a worryingly like a yes. Okay, so you're going directly towards the site that had been marked on as the excavation site.
Correct.
Yes? Okay.
Do you think we can take more than 2 of them?
I think we'll be all right. We were pretty beat up last time.
Okay, well, in that case, I'm just going to rest while I can.
Okay, so as you fly onwards, over the ice, as you turn northwards, you see off in the distance ahead of you a shape coming down from the clouds. Silhouette of a boat flying downwards. It looks a little larger than yours, and looks like it's flying downwards and northwards. And on your current trajectory, probably in about an hour or so, you'd cross paths with it.
Unless it sees us and decides to go for us.
Yes.
Well, I don't suppose Grisara can do that invisible trick with the boat.
Can she?
I don't think so.
how long is the boat?
Your boat is. Let me find where the hell find my boat map again, because I occasionally get the length of this boat ever so slightly wrong. It's quite a long boat. This boat's like 50 feet long. Flipping huge.
Well, I could obscure about half of it in a cloud, but that's the best I could do, and we'd have to slow down.
So, as you, sorry, I'm just.
I could
As
do the
you're
other half
flying
if you
on.
wanted. Are you talking about making a cloud of fog
Yeah,
to
exactly.
hide the boat?
Yep. But again, we'd have to slow down, and that's only going to last for an hour. And we don't know if they've seen us yet. And we don't know if we can get Grisara to slow down anyway.
I can attempt to. I was successful in lowering her, so.
Or we should probably just be on guard then.
Okay. Do we want to relax while we can? I don't know if anybody else needs to rest.
I'm feeling exhausted, but I don't think I have time to sleep right now.
No, we probably don't have time for a proper sleep, but
It might be a friendly boat.
If only, Ira, if only.
Well, we don't know yet. We're a friendly boat. Sometimes.
Well, we're friendly to
to
some.
whom?
Probably not them, though.
Well. I'll ask Lady
Oh.
Luck if they could be friendly.
All right. We could definitely use some luck.
You
Actually-
sending up a prayer to Lady Luck.
Yes.
Actually, I am going to sit at the fire and I'm going to start a prayer to all the gods. And I'm going to take one of my daggers and I'm going to slice open my hand and do a mini blood sacrifice to the gods, asking for strength and help as needed.
Aldis, what are you doing?
Okay, so as you send up a prayer to all of the gods.
All of the gods for help.
So to the All Mother, to Lord Grim, to the Stormbringer and Thunderer, to
The Hearthguard,
Lightbringer, Hearthguard,
Dawnbringer.
Lightbringer, Dawnbringer, that's the one.
Lady Luck, even the Snow Maiden and the Moon Daughter. All of them wishing for help.
Are you sure you're not the cleric? Not even I'm that devout.
Look, they help sometimes.
No, they don't. It's just coincidence.
I don't think that's true, Adair. What makes you say that?
I don't have much use for the gods, Torvald. I'll leave that for you.
Stormbringer's the one who told me to come to you guys in the first place. I'm going to continue with my prayer. Letting some of the blood drip into the fire as needed.
Okay. So as Aldis prays for the aid of all the gods
With blood magic.
with blood magic.
What could go wrong?
And things you don't expect your players to do. Are you sure we're back on air, by the way?
Yeah, we are.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, I'm watching us right there. Hi.
Mine wasn't. Oh,
Okay.
Probably just needed a refresh then.
Glitched out. I just thought I'd check. It's always one of those good things to check. As you fly onwards. So other than Aldis's prayer, are any of you making any plans or any kind of actions to deal with the potential situation?
Do you want me to try and convince the boat to go a different path?
I'm not sure how you do that, but that'd be an excellent idea.
Which way do we want to go?
The other way?
You want to turn around again?
Just away, just low enough and away to where the other ship maybe won't see us?
What if... Oh, never mind. Okay, yes. We'll do that.
Just anything away from the other ship is my concern at this point.
Okay, Ira's trying to convince the barbarian boat to go a slightly different direction.
Okay, maybe a persuasion check. So trying to get to go down. Like, what slightly different direction are you trying to go in here?
So hold on, lay of the land. We're going north. Are we going straight north?
You're going sort of northeastwards
Kind of
at the moment.
northeast. And then where is the boat coming at us from?
They're veering at you. They're coming from further to the east. Veering. They're sort of going northwestish, but.
Yeah, okay. We're doing the same thing. I'm like
Yeah, it's happening on a smaller scale than this map is really marked out for, because this map was intended for a general overview, not for boat movements, because I don't know if I've mentioned this before. I did not expect the flying boat shenanigans to be occurring at this point in the campaign.
Understood. Okay, so yes, if it's going, we kind of need to keep, I guess, kind of go more east.
Okay.
So if it's going this way and we're going this way, kind of like try to
slip past it.
Yes. Almost parallel.
Okay.
I guess.
Alright, so what was your persuasion check?
Ooh, it was an 18.
Yeah, it's a downwards and sort of tilting slightly. The boat sort of veers off its course, and as you sort of descend down towards the ice, there's a wind rising across the ice, whipping up sort of the frost and snow from the surface of the ground, and creating this, not quite a blizzard, but this definite sort of, I guess blizzard is the right word, as the snow is being whipped up by the wind. And you can hear voices on the wind out there in the storm. Brief snatches. It's not really, please, help, help. No. I don't know how to get out of here. It's the way home. Help me. It's so cold. And then they fade away, drifting off into the wind. There's definitely something out there in the storm, some voices, some movements, but nothing could live out here in this far north in the cold, surely.
Can we tell from the direction of the wind maybe which way the noises came from? Did they come from ahead of us, to the left?
Make me a
right?
perception check.
$19.
They come from the north momentarily, then from the south, then from the east. Whatever it is, it's moving. It's not fixed. It needs to move and drift with the wind and with the movement of your boat.
That, Adair?
I'm sorry, Torvald, I could not hear you. What?
Are you hearing that?
I am. I was trying to figure out where it's coming from. It seems to be all around us.
It's very strange. It's almost like someone's calling for help.
With it moving around us like that, I'm wondering, is it below us or is it coming from the boat above us?
Maybe, or it's some kind of spirit or something. We've certainly seen crazier than that.
The wraiths. There's stories of wraiths out here.
The what?
Wraith.
The wraith.
They're malevolent spirits.
Do they plead for help?
I don't know that much.
It could also be the Fae.
No one could be living up here, so I'm guessing it's someone trying to lure us into a trap. I can't think it'd be anything else. Tis closes monster manual.
When would I ever do something like that?
Ooh, Ray! Oh.
And you see above you, see the shadow of the other ship pass by, and it's definitely larger than yours as it passes by above you. And its main body supported by sort of two small balancing sails of red fabric on either side, sort of stretching out from the boat like short, stunted wings.
Torvald, do you think hiding from it's the right choice, or should we try and get Chrysara a bigger boat?
I like the way you think of there, but I'm not sure. It looks bigger. They might have a bigger crew than this one did.
Well, I was just thinking we might have an opportunity to wreck it based on the way it's built.
You think we should attack those red things there?
Okay.
As the boat sails on past you. You can
I have a feeling-
chase it if you want, but
I have
Is
a
it
feeling the
flying
gods
towards
may
the-
not want... Sorry, go ahead, Aldis.
Sorry. It out of character. Is it flying towards the excavation or away from
yes, it's flying towards the excavation. So you were going to meet because you're both heading towards the excavation. You've now veered off slightly, and it's carried on towards the excavation.
Okay.
And it's passed over your head. You can choose, and you can turn and pursue it if you wish. It's not like you're just going to hover above you whilst you discuss it for half an hour.
Okay. Do we want to? I still have time.
Maybe if we get to it before it gets there, we'll be able to take out some of them, independent of the rest of them. It might be a good strategy. Let's
Everybody
try to
agree?
get there if we can.
I'm with the crew. Whatever you want to do.
Just tell me where I need to go.
Okay, that doesn't answer the question.
Follow that boat.
Follow the boat, and I am going to use a firebolt and aim for one of the red sails that balances it.
Okay, so... All right.
Uh-oh. When Tis lights up, that's not a good sign.
First of all,
Ooh.
Aldis,
Mainly pick my monster.
I did
Aldis,
point out earlier...
roll me to hit on that. The rest of you, roll me initiative.
Oh, wow. Oh, I get disadvantage on that because that's an ability check, right?
Yeah.
I
Oh,
rolled a
man.
19 plus 6. So
Stick it in your Zoom thing so I can get it in a minute. I just
5.
need to find some people.
The DM just told us to stick it.
All right, I'm rolling my initiative as well. Okay, my initiative is 10. I rolled a 25 total for my attack.
Okay, so that will hit. So as this fire, we're sailing off, you hear this fires. The firebolt strikes one of these sails, and the other boat.
You need me to roll damage too, as well. Yes.
Yes, roll me some damage. The other boat tips ever so slightly.
Tis, do you need a persuasion for following the boat?
No.
2.
Okay.
2 damage. Fire.
Chrysara would be
I don't-
ready.
I believe that this is Chrysara following the boat. I think Chrysara would do that
Yeah, there we go.
of her own free will. What was the damage?
2. Fire.
It's just it's in sail, but it definitely seems to have caught the attention of whoever's on this other boat. So, right. Bear with me one sec. I was not 100% expecting a fight here, so just give me one moment to roll up some initiatives and double check the pages of the book that some things are on.
When you have a moment, an
Yeah.
estimate of our distance between the ships.
That's another thing I was just about to. I'd say they're currently about 100 feet away from each other.
All right, so I am still within my firebolt and eldritch blast range.
Yes,
Indeed.
but unfortunately for poor Ira here, and Dex for you, not so good.
Uh-oh. That's always a good sign.
Oh, hang on, I need to move that up because you guys are apparently rolling even worse than me.
I don't know. I got a 0 on my initiative, so
Oh
I
wait,
said
I forgot
yes.
to add my initiative, which is just a +1, so that doesn't do much.
Ira is up there with a 21 for Ira. And a 5 for Adair. And I don't have that, so that would be boat.
boat.
And calling it that initiative is other boat.
Kursara. Boat.
Ira, you're at first. As Aldis throws out a firebolt, every single time I say these wrong, out towards the other boat. I don't have a map. I can get a representative map sort of up in a moment, but I don't really have a map for this, so pay attention to where things are until it gets down onto your... Actually, I'll put up this one. This is just where your boat is. And where you are should the fight come to your boat.
I am
Okay.
positioning myself.
As
Right there.
Aldis's fire bolt sails out towards the boat, you hear a shout of alarm go up on the deck, and you hear at the start of the sea, as in an unknown language that you do not understand. Someone calls out an alarm that they are under attack, and at this point, Ira, what would you like to do?
Well, I suppose I will get off of Kursara's lap. And where did you, so is the boat north of us?
It's about 100 feet away to the sort of upwards and slightly to the northwest. It's currently about 100 feet away from your boat.
Okay.
I'm working on some representational maps here, but it's...
Oh, you're fine. All right, well, I will go ahead. My action shall be Channel Divinity. And I'm going to do Sacred Weapon.
Okay.
So just a +2 to attack rolls, and now we're shining bright, baby. And then as my bonus action, I'm going to go ahead and use Shield of Faith on Aldis.
Okay.
So Aldis, you have plus.
And they're not both spells, are they? No.
I mean,
One Channel Divinity.
Channel Divinity is.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. As I admitted before, Paladin's not my strong point.
Oh, it's okay. Yeah, and then Shield of Faith is bonus action spell. That is Aldis has +2 to AC. It's a concentration for up to 10 minutes.
You see it there?
Wonderful.
Her god makes her sword glowy.
Wonderful.
All right. Is that everything?
That is everything.
At this point, the other boat turns, and you see it turns in the air, and it starts its descent down towards you.
Aren't we still in the blizzard? Is that still up around us?
It still is. You're not like I roll 20. You are not like completely obscured. It was enough that when they weren't looking for you, you were able to avoid their notice, but you have just
Announced our
fired
presence.
on them and announced your presence, so they know where you are now, or know where you are enough to angle their boat down towards you, and the gap between the two boats starts to close. And Aldis, as it comes around to your turn, there is probably now only a 50-foot gap between these two boats, and that will be explained by maps in a moment. But yes, there's a 50-foot gap between these two boats, And Aldis, it comes around to your turn. And what would you like to do?
I am going to aim another firebolt into the same sail that I singed.
Okay. So
If we can off balance that
you
boat,
can roll to
then
hit.
That's an 18
Yeah.
plus 6, so that's 24.
Okay, that will hit.
And that's a 4 fire damage.
4 points of fire damage. So yeah, that sail is on. It's very much on fire now, and there's a definite tilt to the movement of the boat as it's careering down towards you, and you can see now the movement of 4 figures on its deck.
Okay, 4 figures.
4 figures moving on the deck of this boat.
Can we tell what they look like?
From this distance, through the obscured, the whipped up snow in the air, it's hard to make out just yet. They seem to be wearing armor, and as they are heading down towards you, they're still off the map. You from the surface of the boat, you hear more sort of shouts of commands, and the boat continues to sort of descend downwards. And Adair, it's round to your turn.
Basing off of our ship, would I be able to estimate where the chair is that controls their ship? Or could I see it from where we are?
From where you are, you can just about make out through the sort of the obscured mist and whipped up snow, you can make out the face silhouette of a chair with an individual sat on it towards the prow of the boat, which is now currently about 50 feet from the end of your boat.
I cast Moonbeam on the location of the chair.
Oh, okay. All right. So, is that a saving throw on their turn?
It is a Constitution 14.
Is that on their turn or your turn?
That is on their turn. They start their turn in it or move into it. So.
Okay. So it's not currently their turn, so I will get.
Okay.
So Torvald, it's round to your turn.
What does Moonbeam do again?
It's going to do 2d10 radiant damage if they fail to save.
Nice.
Half as much if they make it.
All right, so seeing this beam of energy come from the sky, I'm guessing.
Yep. That's what my lack of gods does, Torvald.
Well, we'll talk about this later. We're a little busy. So Torvald's gonna kind of run over just a little bit closer to the edge of the boat, and he's going to put his hand to the side to his axe, and he's going to pull the spirit out and hurl it towards the chair, where he sees that. And
So what's the range on
60?
Okay, so you can just about get it in range of the chair, because it's 50 feet gap between the boats at this moment.
Mm-hmm.
I'll say you can just make that. So as this axe appears up in the air by the chair, roll me the attack for it.
It's gonna be 21.
21. Okay, that will hit. Roll me some.
This is 20.
20. That will hit. Yep.
All right, so that's going to be 9 force damage.
9 points of force damage towards the figure in this chair, who now, as the ship is still sort of careening down towards you with the gap closing, you can see the figure in the chair is one of these strange yellowy green skinned people you had seen before. As are two of the others on deck. Two of these green skinned individuals. But not all of those. There are the other two of the four you'd seen moving around the deck previously appear to be wearing the garb of normal raiders and warriors.
And then Torvald's going to call down a bolt of lightning next to the person's head and toll the dead.
Okay.
It's a DC 15.
That will be a success on their behalf. That was a 16. And they currently have a moonbeam pointing at them as well.
Nice.
So, is that everything, Torvald?
Yep, that's everything.
So, the gap now between the boats is still around 50 feet between your boat and their boat. Ira, it comes around to your turn.
Ira doesn't have anything that she can do from a distance.
Can she use a bow and
She can
arrow?
hold an action. She can hold an action.
Yeah, Ira will just go ahead and stay at the ready. I will move towards the back. I'll go stand by Torvald. And
Okay.
just, I'll hold an action to where if they do get close enough or start to board the ship, I'll start stabbing them.
Okay. So, the boat carries on its movement down towards you. Now on sort of collision course as the gap between you and them closes. And as this gap closes, this boat now sort of within close range, and I lost them all. The figures come rushing up to the edge of the deck. And then you watch as they're across on the deck of your ship. In this blink of an eye, like 1 minute they're there, and they're across on your ship. And Ira, as one appears next to you and Aldis, you get to take your held action.
You're muted.
Muted. Hello. I was talking to myself. Yes, so they teleported and they just appeared?
Yes.
Yeah, so Iris gonna and like fear strike at him. And that's going to 11 to hit.
Ira, watch what you're doing with that sword.
11 does not hit. It glances off their armor, which is quite similar to the armor you're wearing.
Oh, that's not good.
In general overlook design. There's definite elements of similarity there.
That's not good at all.
Only theirs isn't quite as covering as yours.
Okay, that's slightly better.
It's like half as covering. All right. So that was the held action. That brings us round onto Aldis.
Okay. I am going to switch from attacking the boat to attacking the person that is directly in front of me. And in that case, I'm going to hit him with a ray of frost.
Yes, I realised, yes, the person in the chair needs to roll their, what was it, saving throw?
DC Constitution 14.
14. That was an 8, so they'll take damage from that time, and then they've left the moonbeam behind now as they move forwards. But it'll be 8 for that one.
Okay, that would be 13. Radiant.
Okay. Noted. Right, sorry. Aldis, back to you.
All right, and I'm going to hit the one in front of me with the Ray of Frost.
Okay. Roll to hit.
That's a natural 20 plus 6, so 26.
Well, the natural 20 is all you need, really. Like,
Oh, yes, I know, but still.
there's no need to show off. Like,
I like to sometimes.
I mean,
if it helps at all. And that's a 6 damage cold. And with the Ray of Frost, it is also, so if it also takes, speed is reduced by 10 until the start of my next turn.
okay. And is that counting the dice roll twice for the natural 20?
No, that is not. Let me roll it again. So that's 2. So it was 6 plus 2, a total of 8.
Yep. Yes. Yes. And you see the figure reaching down to pull a sword from their side, slowly, as the cold is getting to them. And these two, you hear, "Rah!" and it's, "Ah!" as they leap forward. As that one he leaps forwards, and his companion runs up, standing on the edge, sort of looks at the gap. Looks down at the gap again and just hesitates for a moment and just stays on the former boat as this one takes a step forward and swings his axe towards Aldis. I do not believe that will hit. Does an 11 hit Aldis?
No, but I also have the +2, so still no.
Still no.
extra no.
Adair, your boat is being boarded. What would you like to do?
First off, I'd say, is that a hard no?
Yes, it's a hard no.
I move the moonbeam back onto the person in the chair on the other ship.
Okay, you can move 50 feet.
60.
All right, yep. Moonbeam is back on them. All right, let me get a token for it. Moonbeam. All right. Anything else?
That takes my action. The only thing I might do is move closer to Chrysara in case I have to defend her at some point.
Okay. Okay, all right. That brings us back round to Torvald.
All right. How close is the person in the chair still?
The person in the chair is now from you. Oh, they won't sit conveniently under this
Is it this person?
moonbeam.
Right here? If you hold
Yes,
Alt,
Yeah, so you have to resummon your axe to catch up with them because they have moved 50 feet from where they were previously.
Well, it was
And your
on
axe
the boat.
your axe is flying and can only move 10 feet
20.
or 20 feet. 20 feet. Your axe is at the other end of their boat
Okay.
if it flies to catch up.
All right. It's gonna
Spiritual
fly.
weapons are not fast.
It's gonna fly to catch up.
Okay,
From the
so
other
it's
end of
back
the boat.
down, sort of here. That's where it's got to so far, I think, roughly.
All right.
All right. Anything with your action?
Yeah. Torvald's gonna call down another bolt. Right here. And Toll the Dead again.
All right. That on the person in the chair?
Yep.
That is a 23.
Oh, okay. No damage.
And that brings us round to Ira.
Hello. So earlier I fear hit him, and this time I'm going to intimidate him. Because I did. So when I hit him earlier, it was kind of like, oh, there you are, and then I hit on him. Now I've like bolstered myself, and I'm like,
Most people,
just kidding. You don't scare me, and I'll strike at him again.
most people fight with fighting stances. Ira fights with emotional stances.
That sounds completely reasonable.
So yeah, same guy. That is a 14 to hit.
That will not hit.
Okay. Intimidation and fear have not worked, so we will try a third emotion next time.
So
Anger. Try anger.
Their boat is holding its position relative to yours this round, and the poor fellow in the chair. Ooh, that was a natural 20 on their saving throw. So, against
So
the
that'll-
moonbeam.
That'll be 4 radiant then. Half of the
4 radiant damage. Alright. You see that the figure that's illuminated, this green skinned figure, just kind of glance up, sort of looking, trying to find the source of this strange beam of burning light that is currently descending from the heavens onto them. This warrior here steps past, ignoring the chair, which is just a chair and clearly not a person. Steps past and swings their sword towards Adair. That one is a 13. Is that a yes?
That is a hit. Yes.
Did you forget to put your armor on?
Do what? What armor?
Oh dear God. Okay, that is 10 points of slashing damage.
Alright.
And the second one takes a swing round towards Ira, who's been hitting it intimidatingly. And thrown off by how cold and numb their hands are from getting hit by Ray of Frost, and slightly intimidated by this blue-skinned woman facing them, completely and utterly misses, swinging wide with a natural one. And that brings us to Aldis.
All right. So he no longer has the cold on him, but I think I'm gonna hit him with that again. So yeah, the ray of frost one more time.
Okay.
That's a 19 plus 6. Does that hit?
That will hit.
All right. And that's a 7 frost damage.
Ouch. This person's less happy about their situation.
And they are
And
now reduced by 10 again.
And you see him turn sort of the attention of his anger away from Ira, sort of lean towards Aldis. You want fight? Hasyada?
Hasyava is my best attempt to reiterate what he's saying. Fight.
And you see them just grin a bit.
I am at that point. Can I? I'm going to take my hand axe that is on my hip, and have that at the ready just in case.
All right. And this guy finally jumps up the courage to leap up over towards the other boat, and yep, just about makes it, and runs in to join his companion as his companion swings forwards towards Ira. Misses. And they both miss. They both miss, dreadfully. Let's moving swiftly on from the incompetent human employees. Adair, it's your turn.
So the boat hasn't moved. I don't have to worry about Moonbeam. Let's see. God, this is so tempting.
Did the person in the chair take damage from the moonbeam?
Last time, yeah. What is the distance between the two boats at this point?
It is. Yeah, hang on. Where's my ruler? About 5 feet, depending on where the gap is. The narrowest bit is about a foot at the very narrowest point.
If I were to disengage and attempt to make it to the other boat,
You can certainly try.
well, that's what I'm asking.
Yeah, you can try. Yeah, go for it.
Okay. Is that going to be a dexterity or?
Make me to jump. Make me an athletics check. It's not too difficult. It's not too difficult for athletics check. It is two moving flying boats in midair.
That's why I was wondering if it was dexterity. But yeah, athletics makes sense. No problem. That would be a 17.
That's good. That's enough. You can make it over there. Feet slipping and sliding, and the woods are slippery with frost and ice.
I will make
you make it over. You are now on their boat.
And I'd
I
like to
feel
get
I need to
as
stop playing
close.
Pirates of the Caribbean.
I'd like to get as close to the person in the chair as possible.
Okay, I mean, looking at that distance, I'd say you can get up to that person.
I went under the boat.
Oh,
See if I
let
can
me.
move- Oops. I don't want to move the boat, but I'm going to. So
That's fine. Hang on. Let me. There we go.
thank you. Okay, close enough. That'll be it for me.
All right, Torvald, what would you like to do?
Torvald's going to move the weapon again.
Yep.
How far was it total? You said it moved 50 feet, right? So I should be able to get like.
You can get another 20 feet. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, you're almost there.
Almost there. All right. And then gonna do another bolt. Call down another bolt next to the person's head that's in the chair.
Oh, that one's an 11.
11 will fail. So that will be 7 necrotic damage.
Okay.
Aerial combat.
Aerial combat is difficult.
What are you doing over there, Adair? That's my turn.
You just keep them busy.
Ira, it's your turn.
So, hear me out. Ira is going to look at the people who are in front of her, and it's 2 humans and then one of the Gith.
You on your boat currently? It is 2 Gith and 2 humans.
Okay,
And
cool.
there's one of the Gith who is sat in the chair over on the other boat.
Okay. So I'm gonna look at the humans, and I'm gonna go. Listen, I can't hit you. You can't hit me. I say we call it a draw, and instead of being with the weird, yellow skin guys, you be with the weird blue skin lady.
All right.
Persuasion.
Make me a persuasion check.
I can most certainly do that. It's an 18. Ira's very persuasive today.
One of them, so the one that's sort of trapped in the middle between Aldis and Ira goes, "No! We will not be swayed by your words, strange creature." This guy just takes a little sort of shuffling step back. He goes, "Well, is there money in it?"
Sure.
My axe is awfully heavy. I'm just gonna rest it for a sec.
That sounds like a lovely time.
He sort of lowers his weapon down a bit. He goes, "Careful of the one in the chair. She's the one you have to watch."
Got it.
And this one here, who, so that brings us round to the Gith, as the one that was chasing Actaea runs up and appears back by the side of the chair. "No running!" and swings her sword towards Actaea. I'm not sure that it's a 14. I think that hits Actaea. Because Actaea is apparently dressed in pajamas.
Leather armor and a -1 dexterity modifier. Sorry.
That is only 4 points of damage at that time because I just rolled 2 1s on damage. So that was... The second one here, they're still the chilly one with the frozen hands, swings their sword around towards Aldis. Who
Protection!
Yes.
Okay, so that's...
Disadvantage!
Disadvantage. That is a 12 to hit.
No. Hard no.
Oh, it misses.
Because I still have the temporary shield, right?
Yes, a +2 for 10 minutes. And it's just concentration. I don't believe I've been hit, so.
And then, Actaea, the boat you are on drops as it...
First question, though. Have we passed initiative for the person in the chair? Because
Yep,
I'd love
this
to
is
do
their
a little
turn.
more
I'm
damage.
rolling this. I'm doing multiple things at once. I'm multitasking here.
All right.
As their boat down away from yours. That is... It's still... Was it again? Constitution?
Yeah, 14.
That is a 16.
All right.
So that's
that will
half
be
damage, I believe.
another 4 points of radiant.
4 points of radiant damage. As the boat sinks down, carrying Actaea with it down, sort of about 50 feet down away from the rest of you.
Do I stick to the deck or fly up? Just curious. Along with them.
Gravity works.
Okay,
Gravity
just
works.
Well, but
You
if
go down with it.
Anyway, never mind. Yeah, cool.
Yes. I mean, if the boat wasn't there, you'd be falling faster than that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh god, don't make me do physics in D&D.
I'm not good.
You're the one who
Trust
introduced
me.
flying ships.
I'm not arguing at all. No, these physics sound absolutely accurate to me. I think they're awesome.
People standing on the deck of the ship go with it. Hovering flying axes that are propelled by magic. They are their own thing. Okay.
Oh, no problem at all. I like it.
And that brings us to Aldis.
Yes.
Someone's trying to hit you with a big sword, Aldis. What would you like to do about it?
I am going to, you know what? I'm done playing games. I'm going to hit him with an Eldritch Blast.
Okay. I believe all the others should have also been at disadvantage, by the way.
All of my rolls?
Yes, but I forgot because you are doing close ranged spells in melee range.
Yeah.
That's right.
Correct.
Yes.
I
But I'm
am sorry about that. I forgot.
That's fine. I will remember that from now on.
Well, you know what? To solve that solution right now, I will move my character from here to about right there. Does that work? I think that works.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. And in that case,
They're gonna take a swing at you as you move out of range, but I don't think a 6 hits. That is appalling.
No.
Why can't this
So
be the
take a
guy swinging
wild
at me?
All right. So I'm gonna hit him with my sparkly, swirly green Eldritch Blast. That's a 1.
No. So this sparkly, swirly green eldritch flash goes sailing off. You see the cat at the end of the boat just duck to one side and as you narrowly miss Sindri.
Sorry. Sorry. But
And that
that's it.
that brings us round to this guy here, who sort of leans over and goes, "Hey, don't back out now, coward! What are you doing? What? No, come on, pick your axe up, keep fighting!" And he swings his axe towards Ira, and just misses by a mile. He's too busy trying to talk to his friend. Swings completely wild of Ira's head. Why is only one of these people can actually hit anyone? And that brings us round to Adair, as you watch as you are on their boat sinking down away and away.
Adair casts Thunder Wave at 2nd level. That'll be a Constitution saving throw of 14.
Okay. Thunder Wave. Where's my D20 gone?
And the boat turned red.
No, the boat. That was for my bookkeeping. It's the boat turns red. Yes. Was that Constitution?
Yes.
That is a 19 and a 15.
Okay, so they don't get pushed, and they both take half damage. And since I rolled 3 1s,
What?
What the hell?
sorry guys.
I hope you have the most
Turn it-
brutal dice jail in the history of dice jails.
Drown your dice.
That is harsh. Capital punishment for dice is a step too far. Anything else, Adair?
As he cries from the anguish of his loss, he combat wild shapes into the giant badger.
Okay.
Adair, maybe you should ask Thunder for help next time.
Maybe I'll try it.
Is my hand still bleeding?
Only a little bit.
Okay.
If you carry on, if you mention it too many times, it might make you take damage.
Oh, well, I'm surprised I didn't, but yay.
I didn't think of it at the time. That would have been good. But... Alas. Alright. Torvald, it is your turn. Sadly, your axe is being run away from.
Yeah, but it's still close to here. So Torvald's gonna call the axe back onto our boat next to the one that Ira's fighting. And that one's been injured, correct?
Yes.
All right. As the axe is kind of hurling towards him, he's gonna say, "Now watch this, Adair! Thunderer, smite him!" And the thunderbolt's gonna come by.
Oh wait, the human.
The human.
Yeah, no, he's not been hit yet. But
Oh, okay. So I'm gonna have this attack first. So the axe is gonna come in and hit him. Or hopefully hit him, I guess. So we'll find out. Yep, that's gonna be a 22, 23.
22, that will hit. Yes.
All right. Ooh, really? That's going to be 6 force damage.
6 points of force damage. All right.
And then
Definitely seems to have. He simply seems to be not as sort of unbothered by all this damage as the yellow skinned warriors are. Like, hey, where's that flying axe just hit me in the head? Will you do something? Just stop standing there like a coward.
And then that bolt comes down next to their head as well, and it's a wisdom saving throw for total head.
That is a 12.
That will fail. So that's going to be a whole 1 point of necrotic damage. Wow.
We used all of the good rolls.
Apparently.
The gods really helped, Torvald!
Lady Luck is not on your side today.
At least that didn't drain my power at all. It looked like that took a lot out of you.
Alright. That brings us round to Ira.
Ira is she's going to go no, she shouldn't do that. I love being indecisive because you get to hear Ira's thoughts in real time. She's gonna go ahead and now that she's is the other boat in hopping distance?
The other boat it's down. It's about 50 feet down. You can try, but
ooh. Tempting. Ira's gonna go ahead and just continue to attack the Gith near her.
all right.
And that's going to be with her sword with a 18 to hit. Hopefully I hit finally.
That will hit. Yes, that will hit.
Yay. Oh, and she gonna smite that boy.
Yeah.
If I can, hold on. Yes, okay. So that is going to be so much damage. Hold on.
Should
Okay.
be 3d8, right?
10. It is. Yes. So it's 10, 14. 20 damage, 10 of which was radiant.
Okay. Ouch. As hit down, you see the cocky smile slips from their face a little, and as they turn as he turns attention away from Aldis, who'd been just egging on, and back towards Ira. Is that everything, Ira?
That sure is.
All right. I'm assuming is the moonbeam still up?
Since the boat moved and I didn't take an action to move it, it would be 40 feet up in the air, so I'm just going to dissipate it.
I guess does the moonbeam not reach down further? Or?
Well, it's 40 feet high, so it would be 10 feet above him, so it's not going to reach him at this point.
Fair enough. I just assumed it was a beam coming down from the heavens. But...
Yeah, it's 40 feet tall.
He doesn't believe in gods.
That's
Smite
right.
take away
It's
my...
40 feet tall, and I am playing by the rules. It doesn't hit him, and it's gone.
All right. So
Smite
the
wouldn't
boat.
take away my concentration, would it? Just curious.
No, smite's not concentration.
Great.
Not the standard smite. The spells that are called smite do, yes, but
Yes.
not the smite. Smite is one of those really confusingly worded sections.
Perfect.
So, Adair, the boat you're on sinks down another sort of 20 or so feet and comes to a rest on the ground. whilst the other boat is, whilst your own boat is still up in the air, as this boat comes to the rest of the ground, you see the figure in the chair beside the badger, stand up of the chair, sort of push the hair back from their eyes, and crack their knuckles, and then turns towards you and goes, "So, you are one of those people who stole our boat. Thank you for returning it to us. I hope you've not caused any damage." And she just waves her hand over herself, and you have this faint sparkle passes across her skin. And up in the air, that brings us to Aldis's turn. No, wait, I nearly forgot the turn of the actual people with big swords. And she nods to the warrior beside him and goes, "Kill him." And the warrior swings his sword towards the badger. Oh! That is a 7. Does a 7 hit a badger?
It still hits.
No, it doesn't. AC's 10. For once. For once. Yay! Okay.
You can't even hit a badger.
Wait, he hits the boat though, right? Scratches it.
Up in the air, this Iguana takes a step forward and swings his blade in a wide arc towards Ira. And that is an 18 to hit, which I'm not sure hits Ira anymore.
It doesn't.
That brings us round to Aldis's turn.
All right. So, no, I'm gonna still go for the Gith. I'm gonna try to hit him with the firebolt. Because the Eldritch Blast didn't work. So yeah, firebolt.
All right, firebolt. Let's see if this works.
11?
11 will not hit. No.
All right. I'm gonna stay where I'm at. I'm not gonna do much anything else.
So the human warrior next to Ira sort of looks to his companion, who's already sort of given up on this fight, and just raises his hands and goes, all right, okay, I'm done. I'm out. Surrender. And takes a step back away from Ira. You can have an attack of opportunity on him if you wish, Ira.
I'm going to look at him intimidatingly.
I'm surrendering.
Sounds good.
Cowardly human. The warrior beside. And that brings us to Adair's turn, down on the second boat, which has landed back down on the ground beneath.
DM, could you update the position of where the person in the chair is now standing? You said they stood up and moved away. I just kind of want to get a rough idea where they're at.
Oh, sorry. They are one step back there. They didn't move far away. It's more just...
Adair is going to jump into the chair. Use a bonus action to do 1d8 healing. Which is 6, so that's not too bad.
Wait, are you still a badger?
Boat. It's a badger boat.
I can do that as a badger. I can use the heal on it. Okay. And am I able to make contact in badger form? If not, I will shift back to human form and attempt to contact the ship as my action.
I mean, the badger is still a dare, so I see no reason why a badger can't make contact with the ship.
The badger sits in the chair, puts his paws on
The badger needs to make me a wisdom saving throw.
The badger don't give a shit.
Now, does this use my? This uses my saving throw or its?
I can't remember how Druid's Wild Shape works. If you keep your mental stats, then you get.
Yeah.
Then you get.
Yeah, I use mine.
It's your
yeah,
wisdom
okay.
saving throw. Yeah.
That's what I thought. I just wanted to make sure before I did something.
Yeah. You are
really
one
goofy.
wise badger.
That is a 19.
All right. Thankfully, the badger is not lost to the ship. Because that'd be a fast way to end it with a dead badger.
Yes.
And you feel, as your connection to this boat, it feels slightly different to the one you're used to the Cloud Maiden. It feels, in a way, more powerful, but also less stable. You can feel definite unsteadiness to it. It's not as elegantly built, and it relies on those little wings to keep it steady, one of which is singed and damaged.
Okay. Can I move the ship?
I say that making contact with the ship counts as an action.
Okay. That's what I wanted to make sure of.
But Torvald, it is your turn.
All right. I think Adair needs some help down there. And Torvald's going to... where is Adair exactly?
Adair is
ground.
about 70 feet down below your ship on the other boat.
It's 70? I thought it was 50. Oh, it was
50, then it went down
and then
further.
Went down more. Okay. All right. I don't think I can help him then.
No.
It's 70?
Mm-hmm.
Yes?
Okay. Can I get, if I have a 60-foot spell with a 10-foot radius, can I get it close enough to hit them?
Depends what spell it is and whether it needs to be attached to an object or whether it's just fired at a point in the air.
No, it's shatter. So it's just a point. It doesn't say it has to be on something specific.
Yeah.
I'll say, yeah, you can aim shatter, but at that sort of range, are you aiming for the chair or for... Because Adair is now in the chair.
I was going to try to just put it like right above their heads to try to hit them with it, but...
Okay. I'm going to say that if you hit both of them, you're going to definitely hit Adair as well.
Alright, never mind then.
Because Adair did say he was sat in the chair.
Alright, so Torvald is going to instead... the axe is going to fly over here and attack this one here. And that's going to be a 20, dirty 20.
That will hit, yes.
Okay. Really? It's another one.
Yes, really, it will hit. I know it sounds surprising.
6 force damage.
Points of force damage. Hey.
And then Torvald's gonna move away to like
Okay.
back here.
They're gonna take an attack of opportunity against you.
Yep.
Ooh, might actually have hit for once. Does a 19 hit Torvald?
A 19 does hit Torvald.
Torvald, you take 12 points of slashing damage.
All right, and as Torvald gets hit, you see lightning just surge towards the weapon as they make a dexterity saving throw.
You were just waiting for... Oh, that's a 1. I have rolled so many 1s this evening. I am seriously considering sending all my dice back to the manufacturer, writing a strongly worded letter, and then burning the dice factory to the ground.
All right, so in that case, we are going to channel divinity to max that damage, and they are going to take 2d8, so 16 damage, lightning damage.
All right, so as they finally swing round victoriously at you, hit you, you watch as the lightning back at the sword, and then as they drop down to the deck, dead.
This way.
And that's the power of thunder. As he points his hand down and fires a guiding bolt. So this bolt of thunder and divine energy is going to fly at this person right here in front of the chair.
So, all right. Is that your roll to hit? Or?
That is a roll to hit, yes.
Yeah. All right, roll away.
Okay, that's going to not hit. It's going to be a 9.
Yeah, that will not hit.
Oh my
It's very
goodness,
dramatic.
I'm sorry for all the yawning.
We put you to sleep here. Come on, I'll murder you.
No. My baby girl was up
Yeah, I
too
know.
often last night.
I'm joking. I just murder you anyway. That's what I do for fun.
Oh yeah, you can murder me. Murder me.
And that's
We'll see
that's
what
what
Estrid
I'll
says.
Ira, it's your turn. I'm scared of my own NPC.
Ira. Let me check. Boat is still at 70, correct?
Yes. You can try and persuade it to go down.
Huh?
You are in control of whether your boat moves or not.
Oh, I stepped away from
Yeah.
the chair.
I mean, she's the boat, so she's still connected, kind of. I guess I don't know.
I suppose I could
Boat
go.
mechanics.
Yeah. So I will go ahead and go sit back in the chair and see how that goes.
So, what are you trying to persuade them to do?
Go down to the other boat.
All right. I'm gonna say this doesn't. This is easy enough because this is something that the Krasara, I feel, would want to do anyway. So you feel the boat start to sink downwards. As you're coming round to the boat's turn in the initiative order anyway. The boat descends down till you're now just about 20 feet off the ground. Sadly leaving Torvald's poor, unfortunate axe behind.
Whoops.
I think it can't catch a break, it just wants to be part of a fight.
Poor spiritual weapon.
Like, can we just have a fight in a fixed room for once?
It's like in Ragnarok when Thor's jumping between the portals and the Mjolnir's.
So now the boat is 20 feet above down the rest of you are sinking down, you can see down on the deck of the lower boat. Appears to be a badger sat in the chair, and this figure steps around. What is the random step circles round to the front of the chair, just smiling, and then slams his fist down and slams her fist down and punches the badger.
Oh no!
Badger abuse.
That's a 24.
Shockingly, that hits. Yes.
That is 10 points of bludgeoning damage,
Okay.
and apologies, I can't find my dice.
Oh, well then that means
Roll
it's
this
free.
one. 8 points of psychic damage. as the fifth slams down, you feel it echoing not only just through your physical form, but through your very mind, this psionic blast of power, and then they come back for a second punch.
Well, I am no longer in badger shape.
So the second punch towards the Adair form, and that is that one is a 12.
Still hits.
Damn it! I'm sorry.
It's part of the game. I made my choices.
That is 9 points of bludgeoning damage. And 10 points of psychic damage.
Jeez.
Okay.
And then she smiles and cracks her nose and nods to the warrior beside her. Finish him off.
Oh no!
Let's hope he can't hit, because I'm gone otherwise.
Yeah.
And he
Misses.
raises,
You're still a badger,
swings
right?
his sword.
No, badger's gone.
Oh, dang.
I'm down to my last few hit points.
As the warrior swings their sword. "13.
That's a hit.
Sorry.
It's part of the game.
That is 9 points of slashing damage as the sword
Okay, that would
down
be...
across Adair.
I am at 0.
And Adair slumps unconscious in the chair. And this as the boat descends down towards this scene, Aldis, it's your turn. You see as the Gith warrior strikes at Adair.
All right. First, I'm gonna move closer, standing right next to this dude that's in my way. Move over.
Sorry. He's looking down like, oh, who's winning now?
I am going to shoot a firebolt at the one who punched Adair.
All right. See if you can hit her.
14 plus 6, dirty 20.
That will hit.
Four fire damage.
All right, 4 points of fire damage. She looks up. Ah, you have friends.
That's it for my turn.
All right. The two fellows on the rail just kind of shuffle. You see them glancing at each other, sort of reassessing the situation. You hit one to the other. Wait, I think they're winning now. I think we may have made a mistake here. No, I think these guys still might pull through. No, I think we should go back. Fuck it. And one of them, this fellow here takes a step round past his friend and takes a swing at Aldis. The other one going, wait, no! And possibly put off by his friend because we're back to the appalling rolls with a 4.
No, hard no. Solid pass on that.
These guys are just becoming a joke. They are proud Viking warriors and
Go sit in the corner.
well, it brings us down to Adair.
18.
Nice.
1 success.
Whew.
All right, Torvald, it's your turn.
All right. We are 20 feet in the air, correct?
Yes. Yeah, 20 feet up.
Ugh. All right. Torvald's gonna run over I'm gonna have the weapon fly down 20 feet.
Mhm.
And then Torvald's gonna cast a shatter, right, like just so it hits those two. I got a little
Like there?
like there.
Okay. Yeah. So you're going for the attack here?
Mhm.
All right.
So that is going to be a Constitution saving throw, DC 15.
That is a 22 and a 10.
And a 10.
So that's full damage for the one without a sword, the punching lady.
The punching lady. Uh-oh. Wow, that is garbage.
Introduce herself.
That's 6 damage.
And 3 for the other one.
Whew.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ira, it's your turn. Adair is unconscious. There are 2 Gith standing by him. Someone has just incompetently tried to hit Aldis. What would you like to do?
I can jump, right? We are now in jumping position. All right, I'm gonna jump over to the other boat.
All right, so you're jumping. As you jump down to the other boat, make me an acrobatics check for that landing.
Sure.
You got this. You got this.
Ooh, nat 20.
You've got this. So
Be 21, technically.
we're in sort of superhero landing zone here.
I'm in one of the air. I am one of
Torvald's
the air.
just like his jaw drops like
His
All right.
It's bigger than a crush now.
This is getting out of hand. People's lives are at stake here.
Okay, so yeah, she jumps down and she lands with like a flurry of wind that goes through her hair. She stands up. Get away from my friend. And she'll go ahead and strike at the nearest person.
Punching lady.
A great and mighty self-produced down to punch lady.
I'd say 23 to hit.
A 23 will hit her, yeah.
Oh, good. And that is 4 damage.
4 damage. All right. She still seems like she's fairly healthy looking. Like she's definitely taken a few hits, and there's a few of singe marks where she's been hit by that moonbeam, but she's still up and fighting.
And then as a bonus action, I'm going to cast Sanctuary on Adair.
All right. Noted. And say, stick the details of Sanctuary somewhere. Yeah, thank you. All right. So that brings us round to the turn of your enemy. And turns back from Adair. So, not only have you stolen our boat, you've looted the corpses of our fellows. And slices her hand round towards Ira and follows it up with a kick to the shins. A very powerful kick. And then that first one is only... Yikes, that's only an 11. The second one is a 20.
Yeah, it's meet it, beat it for AC, correct?
Yeah.
That hits.
So that just hits.
First one was just to distract so she can kick you in the shins.
That is 8 points of bludgeoning damage.
Oof.
And 20 points of psychic damage.
What?
She rolled high.
Holy crap.
Ooh.
Whereas, like, we combined with 6d8 rolled 6 damage. Or, like, 9 damage.
All right, well, that was fun. I assume my concentration for Aldis has worn off.
Yeah.
Well, you roll
Yeah, I take it.
concentration check.
Right.
Yeah, make a check.
What is that using?
That is just a Constitution saving throw.
Constitution. Approve.
Constitution, concentration. What was it?
That's a 9.
No. Concentration drops.
That's fine. That's fine. We're good.
Everything
We'll
is
get this.
everything is fine. The warrior takes a step forward towards Ira
Oh, good.
and swings his sword. I think we might be. That is a 15.
Hee.
All right, Aldis, it's your turn.
Yes. Okay. I'm gonna aim for the punching lady wench and hit her with some fire again. Yeah, it's fire. The fire
All right. This is what happens when you pick a fight with people with a bigger moat.
bolt. Plus 6. That's 18.
18. Which one were you aiming at again?
Punching lady.
18 will not hit.
No.
You see, there's kind of this sparkle of glittering sort of magical energy across her skin again.
All right. All right. That's it. Go ahead.
That's it. That's it.
I'm not gonna jump down onto the boat.
You hear this discussion. Should we jump? No, I'm not jumping. And the warrior beside you, the human warrior, Aldis, takes another swing at you with his axe. That's an 8.
No.
These people should probably just retire.
Yes. I'm going to tell him, go sit in a corner.
I wasn't me. It's his friend. It's like, look, I'm not picking a fight with you anymore. I'm going with what the blue lady said. Like,
I'm gonna glare at the one that was aiming at me. I'll try to intimidate him. I don't know if I can.
maybe an intimidation check, you know. I'm just basically stalling for the roll that comes next.
17 plus 4.
He just tosses his axe off the side of the boat and goes, okay, this time I mean it for real.
Where
His
does
axe
his
just-
axe land?
Safely in a snowdrift.
Aw, darn. But okay.
Adair, it's your turn.
That is a nat 20. I kid you.
Yes! Yes!
Yeah! I mean, what
No.
a terrible shit.
not. No one is more shocked than me.
I thought it was a nat 1 at first. I'm like, no!
Oh!
This is now my favorite dice of all time. Until it fails me.
Adair, you're back up with 1 hit point. And I believe that's the start of your turn. You get the rest of your turn. So as you come back with 1 hit point, you see you see Ira standing before you, being menaced by both the one that punched you and by the warrior wielding the silver sword. And you see the boat has come lowered down. And you see an axe just sailing down and land in a snowdrift.
Okay, so it takes an action to connect with the boat. So that's all I could do this time if I did that.
If you try and do that, yes.
You still have a bonus action, though.
I do. So, let's see. Ira, you are outside of 15-foot cube around me. So, yeah, running away probably wouldn't work super well. I'm going to cast Thunder Wave at 2nd level.
Okay.
And that's a Constitution saving throw at 14.
Oh, that is a 7 from them. A 21 from her.
Well, darn on her. She only gets half damage. The other guy gets thrown 10 feet, which is awesome. And
He gets thrown off the side of the boat. Woo!
So that's 21 damage to the guy who went off the side of the boat.
Ouch!
And 10 to her.
So the guy, you see him go just thrown backwards and land, not looking very well, in a snowdrift on the side of the boat. And how much damage was it for her? 10?
10. And I'm going to combat Wild Shape back into my favorite, the Badger.
Other animals are available, but no.
Badger's fine.
He is the love badger.
That's right. I wear the costume all the time.
That makes this the love boat.
He's only got 1 hit point. Don't make him choke.
Well, now I have 14.
There you go.
Yes. Healing via Badger. All right, Torvald, it's your turn.
Ira, you okay down there? Adair. And Torvald's gonna hold his hand out and cast a guiding bolt.
All right.
And I'm gonna bring this one out of dice jail and hope that it serves me well. No, 14.
14, no. Oh, I need to check something on the concentration.
Back in dice jail.
Okay. You got a brief reprieve. Is that everything, Torvald?
No, I'm gonna move the weapon another 20 feet and kind of like over as much as possible.
It's catching up. It's getting there.
Neither of these people are attacking us, right? The guy threw his axe over the boat.
Yeah, they have both surrendered for real now.
All right.
Yeah.
And that's my turn.
All right. Ira, it's your turn.
Okay. Ira is in pain. She is going to go ahead and strike very angrily at the lady in front of her. She rages as a She goes,
Right.
Lady Luck, I'm mad. All right, and that is a hot 22 to hit, bitch.
Yes, that will hit.
She calling on Lady Luck, my dears.
All
Luck be
right,
a lady tonight.
and that's 10 damage. Ooh.
10 damage. Okay. Wait. What big guns hit?
That's another crossover, by the way, Lady Luck, because that's what Leslie is in Eden. So
Yay!
with all the crossovers.
I love it.
Everything is just. It's all one big game.
And you did make some dick jokes earlier, so I think we've got
There's
party,
the party
foul
foul
covered.
one.
I know.
Dangly bits.
Just with the trims on the edge of their robes. What are you people talking about?
What show haven't we connected to yet?
No, wait a minute. The dangly bits was when transformed and naked, so I don't think it was anything on the edge of the ropes.
True. Nice
I was
try,
trying to
though.
dig myself out of that hole. All right, so the woman, she looks to Ira. She goes, "You really don't want to do this. You will regret this. And I need you to make me a wisdom saving throw, Ira."
Ooh.
You got this. You got this. Lady Luck.
Nine.
Oh no.
You not got this, Ira. What are you afraid of?
Oh no. Ira is afraid. That's a rough question. Ira is
Something
afraid...
tangible.
Oh, tangible?
Yes.
She's afraid of a lot of things, but they're not tangible. She doesn't too much like rats.
Okay, so you hear that as this horde of rats surges up from the deck, covering you, so starting off at your lower legs, working your way up underneath the plates of your armor and around inside your hair everywhere. Claws scratching, teeth biting and gnawing at you, and this is terrifying as you try and flee and run and escape from it.
I don't like beady eyes.
It is there and it is centered, and to try and run for it, you are frightened.
Cool.
All right, and we'll get back to that on your turn. Because Aldis, it's your go.
All right. I am going to try to hit her again with the firebolt.
All right.
15 plus 6, 30, 21.
That will hit.
All right. Come on. 7 fire damage.
7 fire damage. Okay, she's not looking too pleased with the situation anymore. She is singed, and she gets look a little startled, and what's the constitution? No, just managed to keep hold of that, and yes, I'm aware at the time. That brings us. Is that everything, Aldis?
Yes.
That brings us to a dare. Now the badger.
First thing is I'm going to use a bonus action to regain some health. Use one of my spell slots. Oh, wow. So that's going to be 8 points of health.
Sure, now you roll high.
What?
I said, sure, now you roll high.
I know! Now I can roll. Let's hope that the next two do good. And using my action, I'm going to do a bite and a claw attack as the badger on the sparkly lady. She must be a vampire. She sparkles.
Oh.
Oh no,
Oh,
no,
no.
don't. That's one crossover. No.
No, you can't do that. Sorry, I feel bad I even said it. So first, going for the claws. That's going to be an 18, which I don't believe hits, you said earlier. Unless that's magic. I don't know.
No, it does not.
Okay.
It is magic, but it's
Going for the bite. How about a 22? Does that finally hit this stupid thing?
yes.
Awesome.
That hits us.
Please, dice. Roll good.
Lady Luck.
Oh, sweet. That is going to be 7 piercing damage.
Okay, 7 points of piercing damage.
Now I can roll.
Ira,
Needed to almost die.
the rats are gone. She has lost concentration on
Did
her
I
rats.
break your concentration?
Yay!
Yeah. The horde of rats is gone. before they even get to do anything useful. And Torvald, it is your turn.
All right. Torvald's gonna take another shot with the guiding bolt.
This person probably forgot to climb out their snowdrift. That was the
They're sunk butt deep in. They're digging themselves out.
They finally make their way out of the snowdrift.
Oh
They're
my
just
god.
starting to
12.
pull themselves up onto deck. That will not hit. All right. Anything else? All right. Back round to Ira.
I'm gonna have the weapon fly down and its attack.
All right. The weapon finally closes the distance.
There we go. That's gonna be a 24.
All right. That hits.
All right. I need a D8 that hasn't betrayed me yet. Okay. So that's gonna be 8 force damage.
8 force damage. She is really not looking good. She staggers. Clinging to life. As Ira, it's your turn.
I'm gonna kill that bitch. Yeah, she's gonna go ahead and kind of like shake herself off from the rats and stand up and be like, I hate rats, and then slash at her. And that is, please hit, please hit, please hit, please hit. 21 to hit.
That will hit.
Yay! And that is.
She sees she's reaching down her pocket for something at this point. Sort of pulling something out as Ira's sword
Slashes at her for 10 damage.
And as she reaches out to tap what appears to be a small metal tuning fork against the side of the chair, Ira's sword just slams into her and she cleaves partially. Like, she's not wearing armor, and like the shreds of her robes is like this blackish green blood splatters across the deck of the boat. And she is dead.
Hoo-wee.
And the warrior comes running in towards Ira, going, ah! Swings and misses. Adair, not Adair, hang on, wrong. Aldis. Hey.
Hi. All right, no, I am gonna aim at the guy that came charging in now, also with the firebolt.
All right.
12?
Nope, that misses. Adair, we're round to your turn.
2 attacks against the yelling bad guy. So
You killed her! You killed her!
the claw attack is a 15.
That will not hit.
Okay. And the bite attack is a 17.
That will hit.
Oh, good. And that is going to be 7 piercing damage.
So as this Ghost-skin warrior comes lunging towards Adair, sort of swinging his sword and yelling, "Well, how would you like to do this, Adair?" The badger.
I'd like to rip his throat out with my teeth.
I thought you might.
Be on for Black Death, everyone.
As you get this throat in his jaws and tear his throat out, and with that, the humans having surrendered and the Gith being dead, and with you having run through against the odds and somehow
Again.
survived
Again. This is our second boat.
you are out of initiative.
Woo!
Woohoo!
And I think we're going to have to end the session there,
Yeah.
because let's give people time to get something set up and sorted for Party Foul.
We got
Later,
2
but-
boats.
This is getting ridiculous now.
We got 2 boats.
I
You said even more.
I tuned down one of the enemies slightly thinking, I'll kill them far too fast. I should have left them at the original murder value. Should have given the warriors 2 attacks. To be fair, they couldn't hit for shit anyway. So.
I think that's what it was, is because they weren't able to hit us.
Oh, if they had hit, we'd be dead.
Yeah, well, and we'd hit them, and it'd be like 1.
Yeah.
you finally roll that 20 you need, and you roll a 1. Yeah, it kind of sucked. I hate my dice.
But yes.
We're gonna have a long talk.
You are out there on the bitter ice with 2 Gith ships, mere miles from where the Gith are excavating an ancient tomb. And next week we will find out what is going on the ice. What are you going to do with all these ships?
Maybe we'll give one as a gift.
And who else is out there on the ice? Next week we'll be being joined by a couple of familiar faces to Lawful Stupid, but unfamiliar faces to Isfjell so far. We're having a couple of guests next week, so look forward to that, guys, or look forward to me murdering them.
Oh no.
Yeah.